So to start off, I would like to say um, that I apologize for being irritable.
I knew this was coming.
Last last session, I was listening to the stream over again right before this, so I could try and get in my mindset with the Black Spider and the conversation that we had because we kind of stopped mid conversation. But because of that, I think it would be more than fair for me to give everyone inspiration. So I've just clicked that on all of your sheets. If
All
you
right,
if you go
Thanks.
I'll
ahead
take
and
it.
give a refresh, you have that listed there now, and it's
I
kind of
will say, and I'm sorry
sorry
to
about
interrupt.
that.
It's just I think my favorite part of that whole thing was Chris giggling in the background.
Because I'm just like like frothing at the mouth.
Yeah, I think we gave it to you a couple times too, so you don't have to be too sorry about it.
Well, I want to make the apology because I wanted you guys to hear it and be here. And
Apology accepted.
I guess Sparkle Gem won't get to hear the apology.
And that's fine.
But actually, quite a bit happened last session. And since I just rewatched it and we're not doing the inspiration thing, I'll try and just
Ow!
run through it. You guys started off engaged in the big bad bugbear battle, and it was quite the fight up these steps. The bugbears had um, encamped themselves in pretty well on this side of the room. Um, they were guarding their, as we later found out, guarding their master's chamber. But you guys kind of went through, tore them up pretty well. There were a few oh my gosh moments because we had two crit fails on attack rolls, so some of the beetles got themselves squished. We had a crossbow jam up and needed to take an action to like free the bolt from the mechanism. So I think that
Actually,
even
I
is
think she
still
just
sitting across the way. I
yeah,
think
she
she just
just
did.
threw it on the ground.
Yeah, pulled out her short bow and was like, I don't have time for this. Um, but you guys then pressed through. There was also a successful crit from I think like the bugbear boss that was going to be to Pubert, but through the luck of Timora, um, there was caused to be a roll with disadvantage. So, and I don't think it even hit after that point. So some of the blessings of the gods actually came into play for one of the first times, I think, outside of just generally
I was gonna say I was
god
saving my
balls.
coin for such an occasion.
Yeah. Well, it's got three charges, so you still have two uses of the coin.
Ooh.
Um, but yeah, there was the choice there. I think there was also some smiting that was done on the big guy, but wasn't quite enough to bring him down until a little bit later. The bugbear captain was a pretty tough customer and loved the battle. But once you guys mopped the floor with them, you kind of progressed on through the room. You actually chased one of the bugbears up the stairs and up the hallway to finish him off. And then standing in that room was our good old friend Gundren Rockseeker. Through Valak's failed attempts at deception, which we know now as one of the doppelgangers that is employed as a spy for the Black Spider. Um, you guys heard his name later while they were talking. He's really not that great at that kind of thing. Um, but he was there, and you guys kind of were very cautious about figuring it out. Uh, but then you heard a voice coming from inside the room after he left, and another drow entered. Um, it, what ended up happening is Taliesin entered the room and looked around. Jerk entered the room and looked around. You guys were able to see some giant spiders in the room. The voice and the drow that were speaking to you were trying to get everyone to come and parlay. They're just in agreement that no one's going to fight each other. Uh, for the duration of the conversation. That took some it was iffy about whether or not anybody was going to come in, and I wasn't sure which way you guys were going to go, but in the end, everyone decided to come into the room. Um, the black spider then actually revealed his real self. He was invisible in the room, and he had come through. He had come through there, and he had revealed himself, and he started talking to you guys about um, you know, making the deal to speak. That once that was actually set in place, you guys asked the black spider some questions. He showed and revealed. He informed Valak to reveal that he was the Gundren Rock Seeker that you guys had seen. So your suspicions about his strange motives were confirmed. Um, he then, you know, man, there's a couple things. You guys wanted to make sure that he wasn't using any of the. You asked what his intentions were to start, and he told you to get control of the Forge of Spells. Basically, explained that everything he'd done up to this point, whether it was aligning with the Arno Glassstaff, or formerly Glassstaff, or any of the dealings with the Kragmaw goblins. It was all towards the end to obtain the forge for himself, and then to send those weapons back to his homeland of Mesobrazaron, whatever the Drow that particular Drow city is called. Unless I pick it up, I'm not going to remember. From there, there was a question about whether or not there was going to be some. There was a question about whether or not what the weapons would be used for, and he was pretty straightforward with the fact that, well, they're weapons of war, and the Drow will use them. The Drow leaders will use them as they see fit. His task was essentially to get the forge and get it up and running. Well, now it's to get it up and running. After that little bit of inquiry, he turned the conversation to ask you information, and he started to ask what everyone's motivations were. He wants to know why everyone is here. And he asked as simple as, like, are you here just for the contract? Your 2-year-old contract with Gundren? Are you here with are you here for on behalf of the Lord's Alliance? And he wants to know what your general motivations were. I think also sometime before that there was a little something else, but it's escaping me at the moment. Also, Taliesin lit up his pipe, so we know that was the thing. Let's see. Yeah, so Taliesin sat down, lit up a pipe, and the smoke that came out of the pipe appeared as in the form of a dragon that lifted up from his fancy filigree pipe. Taliesin learned a little bit more about that right before the end. And yeah, I think so. That's kind of where we stopped, because we had this motion. I wanted to, when he asked the motivations of everyone who was here, we wanted to kind of like make sure that everybody had a chance to respond from their part as their characters,
including Pooh Bear.
Yeah, there was a little, like, I think it was a moment where we weren't even sure, like, would Pooh Bear have even come into this room? Like, once he came into the room and there were giant spiders, how would he have reacted to this conversation? We thought kind of like maybe the initial, well, everyone else is doing it, and he kind of followed in, was good, but from here, stuff felt like, let's have that ready to go. Also, it looks like, is that Sparkle Gem's back in? Hey, girl. Welcome. And
Sorry, I accidentally fell back asleep.
I've been falling asleep all day. No worries. You're here now.
Yeah.
I'm good to have you. I did apologize to everyone for being a little grumpy Gus last session, and if you look at your character sheet, everybody has inspiration from the DM.
Oh, another thing that happened last session, I didn't roll over a 10.
Oh yeah, man. Rolls were
Oof.
low
Is
business.
Oz with us, or is he also running a little behind?
He was here.
Yeah, what happened? His cam's off.
His cam's off. It says he's not on Discord.
I'm here. It's just stuff funny right now.
Okay.
Okay, man.
Hey, I'll mute myself if I'm not here.
All right. Maybe just like give us a heads up, like, hey, I'll be right back.
Sure.
So that we're not trying to talk to you.
I just had to make sure everyone was here and that we were only waiting on my half a week, but ugh.
Man, all right. I gotta remember. I had an idea last time.
Yeah, you were mentioning something like that. So yeah, I guess if we're all ready, we could kind of start from the top again. We had initially turned, and I think Jerk was the first person to respond, and said that he wants to get paid. That was his, like, why are you here? And then he turned and looked at. He was just kind of clockwise around the room down to Sparkle Gem. Everybody's sitting on the floor. He kicked the fire up a little bit more so that it shed light across the room, so it's much more visible in this room.
Can we get the
rather
map?
than just. Oh,
Seconded.
yeah. Thanks, guys.
No problem.
That the room had been lit up now from the fire. Godwald, I think, closed the hood on the lantern. The 4 giant spiders were visible. They were hiding wrapped around the several of the pillars in the room, but the black spider had, as the gesture for showing that the parlay was honest, didn't attack you back after you killed Yarno for a second time, and and then he also called them down, and they're moved now onto the ground, onto their webs in the corners. One is by that giant statue. Oh yeah, and Godwald also flipped open the Sword Coast Adventurer's guide that was pulled out of Mormesk's chest and learned everything there was to know about Dumathoin, the the dwarven god.
Yeah.
How the faceted eyes of the gemstone are actually like the symbol of Dumathoin as a faceted gem. So this statue has two exotic, expensive emeralds.
That should be
Yeah.
popped out of its skull.
So,
Got
do we
it.
want to give Pew Bear a chance to kind of react to what's happening, see what he thinks?
He doesn't like it at all. No, sir, I don't like it.
Well, so he was going around the room and he gestured towards Sparkle Gem, and so he was just kind of like, "Look, he's like, why are you all here? I've explained my motivations. I'd like to know why you are here. I want to get paid." I don't remember if Sparkle Gem had the chance to say anything.
No, she didn't. And upon like hearing Jerk's response, Sparkle Gem's going to kind of laugh and then look back at the drow and be like, well, obviously we want to get paid for the work we've already done, but we were also promised a portion of royalties from all future items shipped out of this mine. And that is something I'm also here to procure. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, just like, so you're interested in continuing your contract and getting paid for the work you've already done. Has Sparkle Motion already taken care of some of the creatures here in the cave?
Would we be sitting here if we hadn't?
Can I,
Interesting. I'll ask you more about that later.
while they're talking to him, I want to use my medallion of thoughts to listen in on his like surface level, kind of what he's thinking.
All right. So how does that work?
So, it's concentration for 1 minute. I can listen in on like the kind of surface level, like what he's actively thinking, without him knowing that I'm doing this. If I choose to try to probe deeper into his thoughts, he will know that I am doing it.
All right.
But just without, I can just kind of like listen in on what he's thinking without him knowing. As long as I'm not like trying to dig.
More than just the surface.
Yeah.
All right. I do apologize because there's gonna be some of me typing from time to time. So
Mhm.
um,
Oh.
so you got a lot going on in your head right now.
I do.
All right. But so he goes, he's heard Sparkle Gem's motivations, and he's like, I'd like to hear everyone. He's like, Pubert, and he kind of gestures towards you, leaning the staff in your direction, making eye contact. And it just has these piercing golden cold eyes.
Um, it'll do like a cartoon head shake. And like, I'm here on behalf of the Lord's Alliance looking for a lost member.
Who
A
are
member,
you
I
looking-
believe. I'm gonna sheepishly point at the dwarf. Him.
Oh, the who was the doppelganger. I was looking for Gundren.
What?
Okay, I see.
I'm looking.
On behalf of the Lord's Alliance.
God damn it. I guess he'll do like a kind of a nod. And you can kind of tell that he's kind of deep in thought as to, well, wait a minute. Wait. Can you come back to me? And that's what he says. Come back to me. Because after this session, I might confess something to you guys. A little
Uh-oh.
secret dice roll I've been making.
Okay, so this is like, all right, so you're here to find Gundren. Well, I hope you're satisfied having found him. And then he turns to, let's see, who's next around the circle. Looks over to Taliesin, and he goes, "You don't seem to be aligned with the Lord's Alliance. What brings you deep into this dangerous cave?"
I don't really have. Oh man, there's so many things going on in my head right now. I don't really have many alliances, but I found friendship within these folk, and I told them I would help, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
We love you too.
Like, aww.
I would say, how noble of you, Taliesin.
And then he. So as he's a man with few alliances could be very useful to me. And he turns to Godwald in the back. And he's like, so Godwald Piterbottom, what brings you here with your brother to Wave Echo Cave?
I would like a number of things. To finish the contract that started so long ago. To do what I can to ensure that this sort of thing does not trouble Phandalin, at least for a while. And if possible, to preserve lives elsewhere. Whichever they are.
To preserve lives? Sorry, I was typing. Just repeat for me. I apologize.
Yes, those words.
Okay. save lives. It's like, would you actually? Let's see if Yarno can fail save. Fail save.
Not him.
Number 1. Save.
I
You
shoot
see-
him again.
You see Yarno.
You what?
I
Is
shoot
that your
him
turn?
again.
You
Yarno,
what?
like, as he's like stares like coughs like blood just off, and he's laying there with that exploded wound from the ice knife that busted up his shoulder, and he's just like a bloody little mess in the corner. It just lays there, and he goes, the spider goes, "If your mission is to save lives, will you save the life of this man?"
I think I probably just got splattered with blood as you launched another fucking crossbow bolt into him.
I think that's
Do you
pretty
actually
much.
do you actually fire another crossbow bolt?
Yes, I shoot another crossbow
Roll
bolt.
roll it to attack.
All right.
He's
You're
basically
trying
coming
to
back.
get us killed, right?
He's basically death saving throw with and he just keeps making it, just barely. So he's like at a hit
No, he's
point
dead again.
and just dead. Crossbow bolt with disadvantage because he's prone. Well, you're prone too, so straight roll.
Okay. 23.
Yeah, where do you hit him?
Right between the eyes this time.
Okay, crossbow bolt goes into his head. No more noises come from Yarno. He does not seem to be breathing.
Do I get a chance to respond?
You can. But the black spider turns to him, turns to Jerk, and he says, "You've just broken the terms of our parlay."
I'll turn
Yeah,
towards Yarno and I'll assume a position of prayer, and I'll use the thing I haven't used this campaign.
Okay.
I want to defend myself on that one because
with the crossbow bolt, I don't know if you get the chance to do anything. Respond. We'll roll initiative and see if you get a chance ahead, because
all right.
You're making me roll.
this is time. This is go time now.
Okay, I'll roll
Jerk.
competing dex checks against Jerk, who has a dex as his main stat. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and he just started and fired off. So let's get some initiative rolls.
Oh boy, thanks, Jerk.
Hey, you know what?
You
I just want to make sure he dies. So
you jerk.
Can we do it later? Like, if we had time to talk about this last time, I was going to say after the trial, but then before you killed him in that combat, before I could bring it up, like, I want to take this guy to trial at least, because like he messed up my hometown. Is that fair?
It's a little.
well,
I mean, he
it
already
would have
attacked him.
it would have been fair, but yeah, no, I messed that up. Sorry, guys.
All right.
Wait to be
Let's get the initiative rolls. I'm just gonna go down from the order of the old list. Jerk, what's it on the die?
16.
16. I'm gonna eventually, because you guys are now doing it with the initiative roll on the thing. I'm gonna change this formula so you can just tell me your totals. Sparkle Gem on the die.
14.
And then there's like one last thing I have to keep track of is your initiative modifier. Taliesin on the die.
15.
Godwald.
11.
I guess that didn't happen. And Bear.
5,000.
It's pretty standard
Thou-
Bear. Puts you down at 4.
Pew Bear Power Man 5000.
Yeah.
All right. Let me sort these in order. And it's Jerk, the top of the order. So I mean,
Alright, so with
you see, Nesnar's like, you just broke the terms of our parlay, and because you basically you had the parlay, you killed him before you made the agreement. Now he's dead, very dead.
Well, I use my interaction to tell the black spider. I say that was no hostile action towards you or anybody who is still currently alive. I just want to make sure he sees justice for what he's done. If you still want to go, I'm all about it. But I have no quarrel with you at this
What?
time.
roll a persuasion against his
All right.
insight. Phew. Good luck. Gotta beat a 19.
Ooh, come on. I do not beat a 19.
You do not beat a 19. And the look on the Black Spider's face is one of he's at the point where he doesn't care anymore.
You.
Okay, let's see. Where am I
So-
at?
I mean, technically that should be an action to have to try and persuade someone to
Well, I was just going to use my interaction.
not do- to just say it, but then it doesn't really. If you were actually trying to persuade him to not keep this fight going and to not start it, then you would have had to roll the persuasion check. But otherwise, I guess it's kind of irrelevant at this point. So, in the
Wow.
future,
In the future. All
in the
right.
future, my bad. That's
So-
DM mistakes.
There are spiders.
Hashtag DM mistakes.
There are spiders.
Spooters.
I,
Yep.
You are all sitting, so you're considered prone. It's going to take half your movement to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Excuse me.
All right. Well, then I'll take half my movement to stand up. What are these? These are pillars? I don't want to get close to the spider.
Looks like Sparkle Gem's gonna run.
Actually, that's not a bad idea because if we corral him in the hallway.
don't talk about corralling him when there's 4 spiders and less
You
of
are-
us.
Yeah, no, the
You are-
spiders won't be able to get over each other. They're going to have to come at us one at a time in the hallway.
Spiders climb walls, dude. I don't think they're gonna have to do anything to get over each other.
Are they medium creatures? Because you can fit, what, 2 spiders in a hallway?
They're large.
Okay, so you can fit 1 spider in the hallway.
They can climb.
They
Okay.
can be above and below each other if they wanted.
Okay, that's still
You
just...
can fit like
Okay,
6
so here's
spiders
the
in a
thing with them
U-Haul.
climbing. If the ceilings are only 15 feet high and these spiders are 10 feet tall, they still can't climb over one another.
Oh,
You did?
I thought it was 20.
It could even be 20, and even then, that would be a tight fit. But rather than having to face all 4 at once, we then have to fight 2 at a time versus, yeah.
quick, Godwald, on my shoulders. We shall meet them head to head.
All right, well, I'm going to use my turn. I'm going to get my crossbow out, and I'm going to get ready to shoot at this guy once he makes a move. I'm still hoping beyond hope that I don't get the black spider listens to reason.
But you, the
You were the one that did all this.
Hey,
If
you know what?
anything-
Did you expect anything else? Yarno got
I-
back up.
He didn't
I-
get up. He didn't get up. He coughed
He-
blood.
He coughed blood. It was even
Coughed blood.
100% he was going to live. And
At
you
this
decided,
point-
Brought to you by-
"Fuck this."
At this point, killing Glassstaff
Yeah.
is just a
Is this your turn?
reflex. Jerk
this your
doesn't. Yeah, Jerk doesn't think about it. He just kills
Killing
it.
Glass Step is a reflex.
this stream is brought to you by the new
So
movie
that's it.
Zombieland
That's my
Double
turn.
Tap.
I readied my action, and once that spider makes a move, I'm gonna shoot it.
All right. Then if you're not moving anywhere else, next turn, Sal.
I just imagine like Jerk doesn't even like take aim. He just reaches up, pow, kind of thing.
So Talison's just gonna sigh and just be like, "God, you guys," and then it kind of gets up and pulls his staff out and taps it on the ground, and it turns into giant constrictor snake.
Giant snake. Where did we
Yeah.
leave that last? I can't remember where
That was in the. It was in the giant
smelting
bellows. Yeah.
one?
I think that's an action to call him. Hang on, let me see. Yep.
Yeah, what did happen to great role playing opportunity? It's gone.
I wanted to, but yeah, sometimes it just
Where
that's
did
the way
you-
things happen.
You know, it's a great thing to do during a diplomatic negotiation.
Shoot.
Murder a
someone.
motherfucker.
I really.
You know what? I
Murder
don't
a guy who's
negotiate
just
with
laying in the
terrorists.
bloody and dead.
I
All right, so you throw the staff down over there.
Yeah. Under your control, blah 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 blah. Acts on its own initiative, so I have to roll initiative for it.
Oh yeah, I've got him on the sheet here somewhere.
hmm.
But where? That's the real question.
I gotta look up his stats. Giant.
I remember an
snake.
obscure rule somewhere that because it already knows fights happening, maybe it just acts right after you forever.
No, it does have its own initiative. It does.
It says that. That I think that just means gets its own turn.
Yeah. I think last time we just
Yeah,
rolled
no, yeah.
initiative for it.
Yeah, it's on its own turn. I've got the stats for it and everything.
Okay.
It's on the sheet. I should just do what I do with Godwald's Familiar and leave it on for the future. Okay. Yeah, roll initiative for it so that we know where in combat it's gonna go.
Skadoosh. 5.
5. All right.
There you go, hang out with Pew Bear.
Yeah.
You're right.
It probably has a higher dex.
It has +2 to
Gets to
dex.
go before me.
And it's, let's see. So if you read it, I mean, every time you're putting it away and you're resummoning it, it gets its
It gets full hit points back.
yeah. So its damage is
Yeah.
down to 0.
All right. Yeah, basically it's like I can remove it and then resummon it. I think as long as it doesn't get down to 0 hit points, then I can keep resummoning it. I think I can only do it. It doesn't really say. Because I don't think that I'd be able to just like turn it back into a staff and then resummon it constantly. I think I'd have to go pick it back up and then resummon it that way, and it would cost like a couple of actions to go do that. So I guess that would be the downfall of it. And if it goes to 0, then my staff shatters. So
Yeah. I mean, actually, looks like
It also
actually,
says.
yeah, as a bonus. I mean, that would be kind of broken.
I mean,
There'd be some kind of charges on that.
it's class specific, so
it is class specific.
only a non-frontliner gets this. It seems.
Yeah.
It can only be used by a cleric druid block.
Well, some of them are frontliners, but those guys are wielding weapons.
Hmm.
Right. All right. Well, yeah. So giant constrictor snake is summoned.
Yeah.
What do you use as your druidic focus? Because I know you can't. If it's the staff, then you wouldn't have it, and you'd have to use like components and stuff for your spells. So you have something else, right? Like
I had another staff that I had given Sparkle Gem equipment. I thought I had.
Yeah, there's wooden staff druided focus at the bottom, man. Staff
What?
of defense was just another thing.
I do have another staff.
Yeah, just an ordinary one.
I do have like a, what is it called? Like the
It's under W for wooden.
Okay, so you've got your.
Yeah.
You basically have to hold.
I have
your
a fuck ton of
focus.
staffs on me.
You have to hold it while you're doing this. If you're doing a spell, you like reach back and you grab it or whatever. In some
Yeah.
way. You have
Yeah,
to
but-
have the focus.
Seriously, guys, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
All right, so that was an action. You used half your movement to stand.
Mm-hmm. So as a bonus action,
Oh, wow, giant constrictor snake goes before P Bear because you're -1 to your dex.
Hold on, God. Right there.
He's just slow on the response, you know. It's like,
right.
He's busy churning in his head, like, wait, is
Are we
that
fighting?
Gundren? Or is that not Gundren? Is he the guy I'm supposed to do? Wait a minute.
So yeah, I guess You see me stand up, sigh, summon a giant snake, and then also with my other hand, pull out my other staff, and then with my other hand, summon a celestial bear spirit.
Oh, can you bonus action that?
That's a bonus action, spirit totem.
All right. Nice. And we're gonna swap over to.
And so everyone has 8 temporary hit points, well, because of the aura. And we give advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
There's a little polar bear.
Aw, it's cute.
Yeah, oh. It's a baby.
So
Great bear spirit is on the field once again.
give yourself 8 temporary hit points.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, and you should be able to control it. So put it down where it goes. And how big is the aura?
It is a 30-foot radius.
Centered on the bear.
So that's pretty big. Yep. You can just hang out right there.
Swamp. Whoosh. Everyone says Taliesin and goes, you guys, he pulls a Moses, throws the staff down, it becomes a giant snake, and then reaches back with the free hand now, gestures with the other, because I think it's what verbal and spoken, and you summon the bear spirit in the middle of the room. Everyone feels invigorated and hard. That shit is gonna go down. All right.
Yep.
Are you moving anywhere? Are you staying your ground?
I will. Let's see. I'm going to take a step, 2 steps back, and I'm gonna try and focus this way in case this spider comes at me or something.
Okay. So you take a little step towards the door. Give me 3 steps. Give me 3 steps. The door. All right, and then it means it is Sparkle Gem's turn. Sparkle Gem, the chaos is erupting in the room.
Sparkle Gem's just going to shake her head like her brain hurts right now. She's just like, these guys. Just these guys. And half movement, round down, right? So that's 10, 15. That'd be 5, 10, 15. So yeah, I'll spend my movement. Move to the other side of Jerk. Kinda look around. And then bonus action dash to, how far can I go? To the bugbear body. Boop.
If you used do you dash?
I said yes.
first?
Bonus action dash.
So
and
bonus
then
action
move.
dash after you stand doubles
Yes.
your movement, or if you do it before you stand, doubles your movement. It's kind of whatever is left at the point that you do it. I think it works out the same either way, right? Because if you use half to stand up, it's a little better for you to do it before.
I rules lawyered that about 7 sessions ago. That dash says you gain 1 move's worth of movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever your movement was, your total movement. Oh, okay, yeah. So
Yeah. So dash.
so better after then. 'Cause
Yep.
if you use half of it to stand, then you gain another 30?
Yes. 25 because I'm
Oh,
small.
right. Tiny
Super
little thing.
tiny. Tiny little legs. that
His
shuffle.
little gnome gets up, she nopes out of the room.
Yep.
The-
And
the-
then, well, there she'll turn around and ready her action to shoot anything that moves, like the first thing to attack one of her party members with an eyesight of a
Okay.
crossbow, or not crossbow, short bow arrow.
Right. Yeah, I think your crossbow's back with the bugbear bodies.
Yep, I'm running to grab that on my way the fuck out of Dodge.
Do you care if they
with
attack the snake?
character with the highest AC is running.
I don't have the highest AC.
You have
Actually,
15.
I think we calculated it. That
You do.
you made
When
that
I
way.
use my shield, I think I meet Pew Bears.
It's yeah.
Pretty good.
I mean, like I
All
said though, Sparkle Gem for the
It's-
past 3 fights has said, I want to take a long rest before we fight the big boss.
So she nopes out of the room and prepares, pulls her short bow out and looks for anything that's attacking any of her comrades. And then Godwald, you were recently prompted, if asked if you would save a man,
I would have,
and
but of course,
and then the chaos
I-
erupted. What do you do?
if I try and heal him now from range, does it stick, or is he just totally dead?
I mean,
I don't think it's gonna matter for the parlay.
Because the thing I'm trying to do only procs if it would work.
there was a really high roll. Pick the shot. It's an arrow in his head. I think you'd have to pull the arrow out and heal him.
Can I move through the snake?
Probably around the snake.
Okay, then
Giant- 'cause it's a giant creature, just like the spiders are giant creatures. They're kind of huge.
I'll stand up, move 1, 2, go over, and I'd like to use my interaction to take the arrow out of his head.
Pulls the crossbow bolt out.
And I'd like to use my Channel Divinity Preserve Life.
All right. What does Channel Divinity Preserve Life?
Channel Divinity Preserve Life. I haven't used it before. As an action, you can use Channel Divinity and present your holy symbol to restore up to 20 HP divided among any creatures within 30 feet. You can't restore a creature up to more than half its hit points this way. You can't use this on undead or constructs. So, since there's only one character I know about that I'm trying to use it on there, and if he could gain health, he would gain 20 points or half of his health, whichever is the lesser. And I can do that once per short rest, but nobody actually goes below half their points before getting to me, so.
Concentration. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I am there's a lot of stuff going on here. So, are any of these spells is the Great Bear Spirit a concentration spell?
The Bear Spirit is a class feature.
Class feature.
What I'm
So-
doing is also a class feature.
So because we failed the DC check on it, Taliesin, you could still read thoughts. So I got to do that, and you're using this to give him this back. So let me do a couple things here real quick.
We got time.
So then he does. So then what does basically Arno get back?
20 points or half his points, whatever is the lesser.
Where is his sheet? I kind of thought you guys were gonna just say no.
What?
Fuck him. Fuck this dude, man. We out.
20 points or half, whichever is lesser.
He kidnapped children.
It's 22.
He needs to stand trial.
He'll never make it to trial.
All right.
Are you splitting the
I have
party?
I have this feeling.
I have this feeling Sparkle Gem just might
Was
gag
Jerk
and
actually the big
frown,
bad?
jerk
Was
in his sleep next.
Are you all actually the big bad?
Are you guys the villains in this stuff?
What? I don't think we're the villains because,
I think we
I
might
turn around to look
actually be.
I look at the
Got-
trail of bodies.
I
We're
mean,
a
that can
bunch
be
of
debated.
murder hobos.
That could be debated. I mean,
I mean,
you guys you pledged
We're
fealty
murder hobos.
to except for one of you. You guys pledged fealty to a Goblin King.
That was under coercion.
that was actually not under coercion.
We didn't
I
we
don't
didn't
think
really
so.
we didn't really
That
have a
was a-
choice.
You did that because he was your friend.
Well, sure.
I did it under peer pressure as the last person.
So he has.
All I'm
there-
hearing is excuses.
If I hadn't done it, I couldn't have gone through and we'd have split the party.
So he gains 20 back.
Yes.
Right? Oh, wait, shoot.
Dang. I wonder if like maybe one of your allies could have used that.
I can't. I've been
20.
trying to use it for what is today? Sunday, Monday. 15 sessions, but it only works on people who are at less than half. And you've all been doing a good job of getting to me while you're at 3/5. So
Oh, that's good.
it's supposed to be used when we wipe, so I can give 5 points to everybody and we all stand up. But that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, you know what?
Alright,
If it works
so-
here, I'll go with it. I won't kill
I
him
can't hear
again.
CJ.
CJ's muted. But yeah, that's
That does-
assuming that it doesn't still happen. You guys did just piss off somebody while we have 4 giant creatures around us. And
I'm trying to act in good faith.
And by you guys, I mean, once again, Jerk's dumbass got the party into trouble.
So what happens?
So Iarno's back up. He is 20. You healed him significantly. You pulled the bolt out of his head, and you said, "This is a chance for you to also say something to doing it." We'll call like pulling the bolt out and using the spell to heal him as what is essentially I'm healing him action. So you could say something here too.
I intend to bring this man and Gundren Rockseeker back to Phandalin. Anything else is a different conversation.
Okay. So it's not really even like a persuading. You're just kind of declaring. Give you the chance. Disadvantage. See what happens. All right. Well, that happened. Iarno, I'm gonna go back to the map here. Actually, I have to push this to the back and then this to the back so that he's up, and then move him back to the token, and then come in here and pull that dead marker off of him because he's no longer that.
Don't you do it.
And
Don't you do it, Jerk.
I mean, the Arno is just kind of like coughs up somewhere blood and is just unconsciously like kind of drooling and looking up, and he sees Godwald standing over him after having crossbow bolt go through his skull off to the land of the dead. Comes back and he hears, "I intend to bring this man and Gundren Rockseeker back to Lord's Alliance." And it's just like, like looking at stunned.
We've hurt this guy so much.
So
All right,
I have
Yeah,
a bonus
yeah,
action.
you do. All right, what's
But-
the bonus action?
I'm uncertain.
Okay.
Can I get a look at the face of the black spider and the face of Jerk when I do this healing?
Give me a perception check. Let's see if you could read anything off the faces, or an insight check because you're trying to determine what they may or do or look at.
14.
All right. The look on the black spider's face is like one of anger. You know, his it's crunched up. He's pointing and he's growling down, baring teeth a little bit, like just kind of looking at Jerk specifically. Still right after that moment where he's like, "You broke the terms of our parlay." So he sees this though, and he's really just kind of focused on Jerk.
Fair.
Okay, so
And Chris.
oh, and Chris, yeah. What does Chris look? What does Jerk look?
Do you attempt to hide your expression at me doing the exact opposite of what you clearly want?
I just kind of shrug and I look at the black spider and I like very, very, very conspicuously put my crossbow away.
Okay.
And then you come to your turn. You can put the
Oh,
crossbow.
jerk.
Okay, so
Um,
I'm imagining I see him maybe not have it totally readied.
You
So I
walk
see him-
over. You
I'm
heal
expecting him
because
to lower it a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I'll lower it a little bit.
Just during this turn, that's all I can really expect. And so I pass my turn.
Okay. So just to kind of bring us to the what happened here. Jerk fires a crossbow bolt into Yarno's head. You just broke the terms of our parlay, and then Jerk stands up and turns to one of the spiders with the crossbow drawn.
And reloads.
Reloads, prepares it once it moves. Taliesin is you guys, tosses the staff down, summons the bear spirit up, like battle is brewing. Sparkle Gem nopes the fuck out of there. She gets up, like draws the bow, like I want no part of this. Codwald walks in past the giant snake next to the glowing great bear spirit and brings Yarno back from the death one. Looks around the room. The black spider is mad. Jerk is kind of like, oh, okay, maybe there's something we can do. It's Yarno's turn. Yarno looks up and what the fuck? just in total disbelief at the series of events that had happened. The last thing he remembers is being blown up and falling into the water, falling through down. He's unconscious as they dragged him up and into this room. So they didn't even really know anything was going on until the doppelganger fed him a potion. So he was briefly back to life. Died. Kicked up a coughed, just was unconscious. Probably felt the bolt and died again. And then just wakes up without it in his head, like, oh, what the fuck? But he sits up and kind of tries to surmise the room. He takes a look at the giant snake, Sparkle Motion. He's in the chamber of Zumathoyan. Literally just knows he's back in the black spider's quarters. He sees the doppelganger in his standard form. He sees the black spider standing there, and he is just like, I can't keep doing this. And what spells does he have left?
He has not gotten any sort of rest.
But you mean
Or- yeah, no,
being dead doesn't count as a long rest?
It was.
No, it does not.
He hasn't even been dead for 8 hours.
Yeah,
He hasn't even been dead for 8 consecutive hours without it.
but so he, what the fuck? And he looks, and he's like, he turns to the black spider, and he's just like, he's like, Nesnar, I'm sorry, I couldn't defeat them. I forgive me. And he stands up and tries to cast hold person on Pubert. No, charm
Which-
person on Pubert.
Which would trigger my ready to action.
But you could see him too. Jesus Christ. Okay, so this poor guy, this guy's life has just been total torture. He's got the like a melted face from when the black spider threw acid at him. His arm is just busted off, and he's just like, no, that's it. But he attempts to cast Charm Person on Pubert. So Pubert, you need to. Oh my gosh, and it does so with advantage. So you've got a wisdom saving throw with advantage against his spell save DC, which is
Okay.
where is it? Do I not have it listed? Oh my god.
This has been quite the series of events.
12. It's 12.
Really? That's
He's not the
low.
greatest. He's not the most incredible mage.
I was gonna say this guy really hasn't had a stellar career. I mean,
No.
yeah, he's kind of been fucked up as of late, but seems like he's also fucked up quite a bit.
That's
Yeah.
like
He's
that's like
got to
really-
rely on. He's got to
that's
rely
like really bad
on
odds.
the few things that he has, going. So roll with advantage for a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
12.
Yeah,
Okay,
the-
so that
Didn't
should
I
be.
already steal his book again this time too?
I clicked the button. So that should
Yes.
but
be a 16.
he had some.
So
Maybe he had
he can
something.
only do spells that he has remembered, not the spells that are other things in the and with his focus. Yeah, so it doesn't even work. But
Yeah,
he
there
was
was.
trying to do it and then move
I just
himself
thought-
to a different position. So he is going to, in a panic, get up and run. So he'll move this direction
Hugh Bear's gonna look at him and say,
towards the black
did-
spider.
"Did you just say something? Did you say something? I'm sorry."
He's gonna move. He wants to move away from you guys.
The snake and Godwald are going to have
I mean, at what
attacks of
point
Yeah,
would my
opportunity.
yeah,
ready to
it's-
action have
But he's
gone
freaking out. So Snake and Godwald, you guys get opportunity. Want them?
Uh,
The snake, I'll tell the snake to hold off. I'm just kind of watching what happens.
Okay.
I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll go for a
command it-
grapple.
command it within 60 feet. You're gonna go for grapple. Okay, go for a grapple. Roll competing strength rolls. Yarno is not a strong man.
But didn't Sparkle Gem also shoot an arrow at?
Yes.
Yep.
So I want the attack roll from Sparkle Gem.
Oh.
Roll that mustard die.
You got to beat a
You-
10.
You can
Grapple.
choose not. You can choose not to.
I just dropped my crossbow and walked off like 5
Yeah,
feet.
Yeah, your bowstring. It's like
It sounds like you suddenly noticed that I was in the way and that I'm kind of a friend, maybe a little bit, or at least not the most hated person.
I don't want to break your bowstring. I think that's cruel at this point.
I feel like at this point the bowstring like
Can we do my idea?
rubs my underarm raw, causing me to like misfire and just like hold my arm there for a second, just like motherfucker.
The shot goes wide. You're trying to shoot past Taliesin and past Godwald while you're standing over this bugbear body, and you kind of like you slip and fall prone. The arrow actually goes flying across the room and bounces off of Godwald's shield. Paching! And your athletics grapple,
Against his?
meter beat. You guys, you just made it. So he's
Then I
unable to go running.
Then I would hold him there.
Yep. And so you're holding him there, and because of the this situation across the bolt, the arrow just misses him. Wow. Yarno. I guess I shouldn't have been such a dick. Karma wouldn't have come back to bite him in the ass so many times.
Yeah.
But all right, so that's his turn. Valak, the doppelganger, hearing that his doing it, but let's see if he's persuaded by you. Well, that's on the floor. So that's not happening. He sees the action. He sees you heal Yarno, and he turns and looks to the black spider for instructions. He says in Gundren's voice. He's like, "What do you want me to do here?" It's like he seems like they've healed Yarno. He uses that as his action, but he does hold up the wand that he had before, and it says that is his interaction to say that. What do you want me to do here? He holds up the wand, pointing it at Jerk, who seems to be the biggest threat in the room. And I mean, not really. I guess the biggest threat in the room seems to be Taliesin, as Taliesin has summoned many. Just used a bunch of magic, and he's holding it ready
Seems to
for-
know what he's doing.
for the black spiders. Yeah, for the black spiders' instructions, not attack. He rolled a natty 1 on that, so he decided not to make his own decision. Whew. Okay. And then Nesnar.
Which now we know the name.
Yeah, now you know his name. Because
Which
Yarno woke up panicked.
we might not be allowed to leave with that name. Not that it would mean anything to anybody outside of Benzabarazin or whatever it's called.
Well, we'll find out soon.
Unless it did, in which case we get killed again anyway. Intrigue.
Yeah, so God. Well, so Taliesin,
Mm-hmm.
from the and
Okay.
let me see this. What's his?
Oh, okay.
And he points his spider staff at Jerk, and he fires off a spell of web. And the web spell he conjures a mass of thick, sticky webbing at the point of his choice. This web fills a 20-foot cube from that point for the duration. So let's bring a 20-foot cube on, because we don't have enough. What color do you want?
The
Blue,
bright side is
green,
you can set it
orange?
on fire and burn
Well,
whatever's inside it.
He shoots a web spell at him.
Yeah,
Yes.
he shoots a web spell at Jerk.
Does he have to make
Which
a
I
saving
think
throw?
triggers a strength.
It looks like Jerk's already grappled.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because you have advantage saving because of the bear spirit.
And, well, is it all saving throws or it's specific?
It's specifically strength.
Okay. So what his web spell does? So sorry, I wanted to throw that on there. It fills that cube with that point of the direction. The webs are difficult terrain, so anybody, if you want to try and get in there, it's an extra 5 feet of movement. And they're also lightly obscure the area as it kind of has appeared in this mass, and then kind of and falls a bit on top of everything that is there. And has kind of a depth of 5 feet. And each creature that starts its turn in the webs. So from here, that looks like Jerk and Godwald. Each creature that starts in the webs. Sorry, this is the first time I'm using any of Nesnar spells. Any creature that starts in the webs or enters them during its turn must make a dexterity saving throw on the start of your turn. On a failed save, you are restrained, and as long as you remain in the webs or until you break free. Creature restrained by the webs can use its action to make a strength check against his spell save DC. So if you want to try and break out of it on your turn, if you do get stuck, it's going to be strength then to make it out. So that'll help with the bear spirit. And the webs are flammable. So Sparkle Gem is right on there. You guys have experienced that before, though, so that's not like meta knowledge. You just
I
straight up
only
know.
Well,
know that
would
because
that
it's the
be
property of the wand I have.
would that be
Also,
hovering over a
Paradise
campfire?
Rush's
Would
house.
that be bad?
Is that still?
Probably.
Oh yeah,
That's still
yeah,
totally lit.
probably. Yeah, that looks like that's gonna catch on fire in a turn here. Huh. And now we've got some giant spiders that are going to take their moves. Seeing their master make their action, they're going to come down. The spiders suffering. There's also webbing in the corner. I don't know if you guys can see that anymore. That is also considered difficult terrain, as well as the cube. They ignore movement to come down there and get in Jerk's face. Man,
Well,
guys,
that one's gonna trigger my
we're like a
action.
roll away from this maybe not going. It's gonna trigger your action. Oh,
Mhm.
right, because it moves. I guess. Yeah, so it's like the webbing is falling on you, the spider's happening. It's all kind of happening at once. So go ahead and make your attack on giant spider number 4.
No!
The crossbow is caught up in the web with you.
You have inspiration this game.
I do have inspiration this game. Let's
Now or when it's a spider that's about to die?
So the spider will make its bite attack against you. There's 5 to hit. There's a 20 total.
that hits.
It hits. He does 7 piercing damage to you. And you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
And that damage comes from the bear points.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's nice. So make your Constitution saving throw. Now, does the bear spirit help with Constitution saving throws?
Hang on, let me double check.
See if he gets advantage on that. But roll your first one. Okay.
No, it's
As
just
the-
strength.
You
Just
still
right.
have inspiration.
So as the spider sinks its giant fangs into you, they're dripping with like a black poison that comes right out through the fangs. It is millions of years of magical evolution have caused this to be very effective, and you take 9 poison damage on a failed save. You're yeah, so there you go. You take 9 poison damage. All right. Whew. Okay, that's 1, 2. Giant spider comes down, seeing his master's actions onto Pubert to do the same thing. It goes to bite you, Pubert, with a 19 to hit. Jeez. Let's go get that other die. All right, sorry. Took my headset off for a second there. 19 to hit. I don't know if that hits Pubert anymore.
He's muted.
I heard it click on and off.
Oh, thank you. So my AC is 19. I think it hits.
Oh, meets. If it meets, the beats.
Yep.
So that hits. You'll take 7 piercing damage. It like cranks its head around, looks for this spot in your armor. One of the fangs make their way in.
Oh. Ow! Hey!
And Constitution saving throw. See if you get poison damage as well.
Gotta remember what my constitution was. Okay.
Your saving throw is probably pretty high on that too.
So that's a 11.
You just make it, so you take half of 9. We round down in this game. 4 poison damage.
Okay, so I'm sorry. What was the total? That was 7. Or was that 9?
7 piercing and 4 poison.
Gotcha.
So 11 total. You are not.
I'm hurt.
Yeah. Doesn't feel good.
We didn't stop moving between there and here. There was no time.
I hurt. I'm feeling
I'm
a little
so-
sore, guys. I got to sit down for a second. Just
The
hold on.
this giant spider in the corner comes to face this. Whoops! I don't want to move that. I want to move the spider guy. Comes to face this giant snake. And makes his bite attack. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, sorry, my alarms are probably all over the place. Makes his bite attack against the giant snake. Gets a Jesus. All right, putting that die away. A 20. 20 to hit. I'm sure that hits the giant snake.
Yep.
And then let's see. So it would take 7 piercing damage and make a Constitution saving throw for your giant constrictor snake.
That's a 4.
All right. So the giant constrictor snake takes 9 poison damage on top of the 7 piercing.
Okay.
And then our last spider is going to crawl 10 feet. Oh, wait, this room is. Let's see. How big is this
Yeah.
room? How big is this room? How big is it?
It was this big.
I mean,
Well,
big
it's
enough
got to be at
where
least
if you
taller than the
cast
statue.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry?
Oh, how
I was
tall?
gonna-
Yeah. How tall is the
don't know.
I
ceiling
would
on this?
say tall enough where a fireball blows up most everything still.
It definitely has to be bigger than the statue. And the statue. Where is it? It doesn't have a size. The statue is 12 feet tall. It's like it's been carved out for the worship of this deity. So he climbs up the wall, up 15 feet, and then he'll dash the rest of the way to get over and above Taliesin. So he is on the ceiling above you, Taliesin. The doorway that you're looking at, though, is only about 6 feet-ish tall. So just as a heads up there.
Okay.
That's all the spiders. Giant constrictor snake.
All right. Giant constrictor snake is going to attempt to bite and grapple this guy. Wait, hang on. I don't know if I have to do that as a separate thing. Yeah, no, I'm gonna try and grapple this giant spider. Whatever. Saul. Get 6 plus 6 is a 12.
Sorry, I was typing to you. What did you do?
He's trying to constrict this giant spider. He got a 12.
Okay, so it's got to be on its strength, right?
No, this is an attack that he has.
Oh, okay. So it's got
Yeah.
to beat his AC.
Yeah, I believe so. Hang on, let me read it. Target's grappled until the.
If it starts with melee
Yes.
attack,
So it is a melee attack. Yes.
Okay.
So-
it just fails as the
Spider gets
snake
out of it.
attempts to, he attempts to like make the move to get swirled around him. The spider is surprisingly agile for its size. 8 legs,
Alright.
man. And
That's all right.
is unable to hit.
Let's see here. So, and then I want to.
All right.
Sorry.
I got you. I'm like this is a busy encounter. I'm sorry to not be able to keep. Wish I had some battle music in here. See if I could do that. Just add one more thing in.
So that's all my snake can do. He's just gonna try and hold off one of the spiders. So I think that's the end of his turn.
Oh wait, what the heck? Nope, I can't figure it out fast enough, so I'm not gonna bother. I wanted to throw some music on in the background here.
I'll try and find something
Just to
easy to
keep
put
it-
on.
Yeah, I was trying to do some real quick. Man, I wish I could just like make you guys like.
I'm
able
on the
to do
wiki.
that.
I'll find a thing you can do in 3 clicks, and when there's a lull, say, "Hey, do this in 3 clicks."
Yeah. So just because there's so much that's going on. So the giant constrictor stake moves. Try and have him. If it didn't do anything else, then it's P Bear's turn.
Okay.
Yeah, you are smack in between a
I
big
heard.
spider, a bad guy, a doppelganger. There's a cube of webbing on the floor.
I'm going to piss myself in holy light. And cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Dear God, whichever God it is.
Like, hey, somebody up there, I need a favor. So I'll yeah, that's what I'm gonna do is I'll roll a cast of that for an amazing 6 HP.
All right. You
I
regain
have
6 HP.
Fun fact: I
Somebody
have
help me.
stats and class features that make my heals somehow better than other people's heals. Normal
Yeah,
heals
like,
actually turn out more like this.
I was gonna say I as much as I'm kind of in a desperate situation here, and I'm going to okay, who looks? If I move out of a threatened square, I'm going to take a very tactical step over here. Try to get myself closer to Jerk without provoking an attack of opportunity, because I heard.
Does Bear enter the web on his turn?
You are just in the edge of it.
Oh yeah.
So you'll have to. You have to.
And the shield does not help, so that's
Nesnar's web spell is different from the spiders. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
that's a -1 because he is the bad stat.
And it's got to be to 15.
Hmm.
'cause
Oh.
webbing is sticky.
So not watching his footing as he concentrates on the spider that just bit him hard.
Ooh,
He
yeah.
proceeds to step in the web only to think, oh, kind of like when you're in the movie theater and after the movie's done, you realize my feet are stuck to the floor thanks to the soda that someone spilled before.
Would you like to spend your action to not be in the web anymore?
I already spent my action though.
He used it to heal himself.
Then you are.
I'm SOL.
Yeah, he steps backwards, trying to face the spider, more concerned with this gigantic beast in front of you, and it is huge. Yeah, you step into the webbing and you find your foot stuck on the pile of this junk that's on the ground, kind of tented over Jerk at this point. And yeah, if that's your turn, then we're back at the top of the order. Jerk, you start your turn
Uh,
inside the web.
Do we want to take our 9 o'clock break before or after Jerk's turn?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Top,
should
top
probably
of the
take it
order.
now.
All right.
We'll
Okay.
get the kid to bed.
Oh, yeah.
Whew.
But BRB.
Well, this is the situation.
Okay, I found the simplest way to put music in.
I still have some
Oh,
tricks
yeah,
up my
yeah.
sleeve.
So yeah, am I hearing the? So go over to the jukebox. Go to manage audio.
Okay.
Then go to tracks.
Yeah.
And then there should be a tab called Incompetech.
Yep.
And if you search for The Descent, that's their most popular adventure song.
All right.
Just a coincidence.
Yeah, that is. It's a,
Yeah, I know a number of YouTubers that use Incompetech royalty-free music in their videos, so I know it's quality. I haven't heard this one before, but it seems cool.
okay. If I click this, does it play for you?
Yes, and at a manageable volume.
All right.
It is playing out of the
adjust it
jukebox
up.
of my Roll20 tab.
Nice. Well, we will.
It will, as my Tuesday night game is shown, it will repeat indefinitely until you stop
Awesome.
it.
I think I just have to click repeat on. All right, we'll start that back up when we come back. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
a glass of water.
This was not my idea.
Yep.
Like,
Just had to kill Yarno. He can't even cough up blood. He's not allowed to cough up blood.
my worst case plan right now is grab Pubert, grab Yarno, command Jerk into the trap in the south hallway, and just run as far as we can.
Oh,
So-
and Spider's got to respond to the doppelganger. I forgot to do that, so we'll do that when you guys come back too.
Do they not know it? Or, oh, he has a thing in his hands
Yeah, no, he's
that looks a bit like a spider.
well. The black spider's got his staff, and it has that iron looking. It's a metallic spider. That's at the top. And then I'll do that too. What he says.
I'm trying, man.
I hear you. Yeah, I'm thinking.
This
I'm
is-
just like,
This is where it's like when the characters come into conflict.
right?
Like, somebody in this party spent like the last 10 to 20 minutes of the last session getting me to sit down, and then, well, there goes that. It is what it is.
All right.
So yeah, Pubert will get advantage on the strength check to leave the web next turn from the bear.
Right. And Jerk has it. Oh, dang it. That's what I was clicking.
Jarek has not started his turn in the web yet.
Right. He's about to. So he's got to make.
And then I will.
We'll start with what Nesnar responded to. No, we don't. Oh God, they don't even need to. Doppelganger can literally read his mind when he responds, and they know they work together. Fuck.
Stuff's gone south before.
Oh, but okay. But somebody's gonna hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. All right. We'll start with that when it comes back. I'm here. Nah. He'll say it. He's gonna say it because the spiders don't know. Oh man, yeah, we've done this before. Spells that are create flammable things
So when this
Yeah,
happened in a
over a
different
fire.
yeah, when this happened back in the eating cave, rules as written was after one turn of the spell, that square sets on fire,
Right.
and then the next turn, the squares outside of that catch on fire. The people in those areas take damage, and the previous square, there's no more web. And that was when the first time that the mapping layers started getting really confusing. Because you had the web, and then you had the fire, and then you had the no more web.
Oh, this. I gotta fill my glass of water. Goodness.
Do that.
Oh, we didn't put up the away screen. We're all just staring at the. All right, BRB.
Everyone's just looking at my awesome "Just Do It" Shia LaBeouf shirt.
No.
Last time I saw that shirt, it was on a Shia LaBeouf trying to kill me.
So I don't think we're gonna make it, guys.
If anyone asks,
Bold of you to assume that I don't still have tricks up my sleeve. I mean, if nothing else, at least Sparkle Gem might make it because she's just gonna run away.
anybody? Oh yeah, like in that movie. It's like, and the person's like, "Does you think any of us are gonna get out alive?" And Jane Cobb's like, "I might."
Yeah. It's all right. I think we'll figure it out.
And if not, I have 4 characters prepared. On an unrelated note.
I mean, there's a reason why, even though we have stacked into healing,
What was that small noise?
somebody watching a video.
Sorry.
It's all good, brother.
Oh, you better be sorry.
Oh.
How dare you?
Eh.
I'll just keep posting ones in the chat every 20 minutes about what's going on in only emojis.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Damn it, stop.
I didn't think we would get attacked because I killed Glass Staff again. It just
He literally said,
I'm sorry, I stopped listening after I didn't think.
I feel like the last time we were in here, Godwald tried to do like a spell or pulled out a book to read it, and
Yeah,
Black
I was-
Spider was
Oh,
like,
I
"Dude,
I
no
said,
spells,
tell
no
me
spells,
everything
no
ab-
spells."
I said, tell me everything about that statue. And he said a bunch of stuff about the history of the statue and not about like moving the. And I thought he would say if like moving the statue would make something happen. But he
Yeah.
didn't, so it doesn't. It's just been there for like hundreds of years.
yeah, I don't know why I didn't think he'd attack us if I killed Glass Staff again, but I just didn't. He didn't seem to care at all last time I killed him, so I'm like, okay, well,
He wasn't there.
yeah, well,
Okay,
okay,
was
the,
he
the
there?
drow was there.
We didn't know if he was there.
But yeah, there was a drow there. The drow was the doppelganger. The
And he
doppelganger
was-
had a healing potion. You killed him, and he was like, he got really upset. You know, he was really upset. He was just like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're killing."
That
my
might have been a clue somehow. That what you did was not the thing to do.
Well,
Yeah.
live and
when
learn.
he was when the doppelganger learn if you live. I think is the thing here.
It's okay. I've got 5 characters prepared. A balanced party too.
A whole balanced party all by yourself.
I wonder if this will be the end of Sparkle Motion, or at least some of them.
Oh, we all back?
Are we all back?
I am
Right.
here.
All right, I'll be right back.
Well, we were all back.
Why did he ask?
Okay, are we indeed all back?
Yes.
Yes.
I changed hats. That's what I did.
I noticed.
The other one just really wasn't working out underneath this headset, so I went with the bicycling cap. Only works better. All right, if we are all here,
Which we are.
I am here. So whose turn is it?
Mine.
At the
All
start
right.
of Jerk's turn.
all right.
And we're not doing super well.
I'm gonna have to put.
At the start of Jerk's turn, Jerk is hit by the black spider's web.
Yeah, so I'm covered in webs. I'm all sticky.
You get a save.
Oh, I have to save?
Would you like to not get stuck in webs?
Yeah.
Then roll the dex save.
Let's give it
Didn't
a
he
go.
already do that?
All right, hold on.
I think he can use a
Well, the web spell works when the web spell happens, but on the start of his turn, he gets the chance to try and pull free from it.
Is that a
See-
strength or is that a dex?
it's strength, but you get advantage because of the bear spirit.
So, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm a little slow here. Just adding somebody in. Okay, dokie. All right, so I forgot one thing. That was as because the doppelganger rolled is like, seeing that Godwald had gone and healed Iarno. And with his, his own general suspicion, he went to look to the Black Spider for some direction here. I was like, all right, that's kind of what we wanted. It was like, what are we doing? And turned to him and asked, what do you want me to do here? Readied his wand, pointed at Taliesin if he got instruction to attack. The Black Spider responded, and we'll just say this is how he responds here now at this moment of the turn. And he goes, capture them all. We'll interrogate them like the others. And so now they all have orders to go on, but they're in the room, and he said it out loud so that the spiders would understand him. And that puts us to the beginning with Jerk in the turn order, and you can make a strength saving check against a 15, but I believe you have advantage due to the bear spirit.
Okay. That is a 14 and a 6.
Oh,
So
do you have
no,
-1 to strength?
I do.
That's rough. This is like exactly what you need. Yeah. Well, then you are restrained. So your movement is 0.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my last healing potion and toss it to Pubert, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, man, when you guys get out of here, find a way to bring me back."
You also, because you're restrained, they have advantage on attacking you. So those spiders actually could have probably got a good shot him before. You have disadvantage on your attack rolls and disadvantage on dex saving throws.
Perfect. So I could do
Yeah,
absolutely
just-
nothing.
You're caught in the spider's web. But it doesn't stop you from doing something like tossing Pubert a healing potion.
So that's what
Hey,
I'm gonna do.
Pubert here. I'm gonna give you guys the the man be like a dex check to see if you catch it.
How about
You would tech-
a dex
you would
check
tech-
from me to see if I throw it so perfectly that he catches it no matter what?
Well, I mean, you tossing it would be, I think, relatively simple. It's like, can Bear turn and catch it in time?
Let's see. You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready. Oh my god, an 8.
Huh, huh, huh. Oh.
I don't even care.
Oh.
This is a tough situation. I'm gonna. Yeah. So, and technically it would be disadvantage because you're in the web.
Oh yeah.
But simple interaction for you to toss a healing potion over, take it out, maybe hold it. There.
Yeah, we're only 5 feet away. I'll
Distraction.
just hold it over to
Like-
him. And then yeah, that's all I got. I can't do anything. I can't move.
You can attack. You can attack that spider, but
Well, after giving him the healing potion, can I? Or can that be an interaction?
yeah,
All right.
take out your healing potion and do it
So
beforehand.
I'll try to rapier the spider. You said with disadvantage, so I gotta roll it twice. Right.
Yes. Well, yeah, your attacks have disadvantage. Yep. Because you are
Oh,
stuck.
that's. I'm sorry, wrong one.
Yeah.
That was the.
You haven't torn yourself free yet. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, 12.
12. 12 doesn't connect the gummed up webbing. You're trying to like get your like you pull up your sword and like go to do a swipe. It's slow and it's able to move to the side due to the webbing, but you are able to like pull out your healing potion and
Okay.
say, find some way to bring me back.
And that's it. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, that's it. There's no way I'm gonna inspire my way out of a disadvantage attack. All right.
All right. Well, I guess at that point, it is the next person's turn. Taliesin, you're up.
Okay. As an interaction, I want to pull the large bauble of the Medallion of Thoughts. Like, I want to hold it up so that my party can see it and be like, there was never any intent of an alliance here. He meant to use us until we were no longer useful to him, and then he was going to kill us. Let's just end this like we should have in the first place. And granted, I'm holding this up. My arms are invisible. So you just see my hands holding a thing. So that's happening. And then I had a question real quick. So Primal Savagery is technically a melee spell attack.
Mm-hmm.
If I use that, does that mean that I cannot cast a spell as a bonus action?
If the spell is a bonus action spell.
It is a bonus action spell.
Frequently asked questions in the PHP. If you use a cantrip with your main action, you can use a leveled spell for your bonus action or reaction that round.
Okay, it is a cantrip. That's so that actually, yes, it is. So
I think it has to be a level 1 spell, though, correct?
No,
That is not a thing.
no,
No, it doesn't matter.
it just you can't use two spells at the same time, but you can spell on a cantrip.
Right. Well, you can use a spell on a cantrip because your other spell is a bonus.
Is a bonus action. Yes. Yeah. So
So use this interaction to
well,
like, let
what
you
happened
guys
to-
know what
What happened to-
Nesnar's intent was.
what happened to the big ass spider above me?
Oh yeah, what the hell happened to him?
And how high? He's up on the ceiling, right?
Hold on, let me.
Can we get anything on the ceiling at 50% opacity?
Oh, okay.
I think he's the one by the statue that you
I don't
moved.
think I can do opacity on here unless you know a way that I can.
I don't know a way that you can.
So he's above me. I'm going to. So how high is the ceiling? 15.
Yeah, 15 feet up.
Okay, how big is he from the if he were standing on the ground?
It's about 10 feet wide between its its base and its legs. It probably is in the realm of like 6 or 7 up off the ground if it was like standing up on the ground. Not quite 10 feet, but
Okay,
it's very large.
because my character I think is 5.
Then
He's
it
only
is
5 feet tall.
And it's also on a ceiling above you. So
Right. Well, that's what I'm thinking is, so if I'm 5 feet tall, and then he is 6 or 7 feet tall, so that's 11 feet. So there's a 4-foot gap between us. So would he if I move, will he get an attack of opportunity is what I'm kind of wondering.
oh no, you're outside of his reach by probably a few feet.
Okay. So I'm going to,
Keep in mind the red square is web.
I'm aware. So I'm going to move 10, 15. Ah, shit, that's also web. So I'm gonna move out of the way here, and then throw produce flame at him. So let's do that real quick.
And Sparkle Gem, you wouldn't quite be able to see the spider on the ceiling in there because the height of that hallway is only about 6 feet. At least it's
Hooray! Fucking
dwarves
love
and-
my
dwarves and
what?
Inspiration.
Using inspiration. Give me something good, please. Okay, there we go.
22 hits.
All right, so.
And you're aiming. Are you igniting the web, or you're going?
I'm throwing it at the one that was above me.
Okay.
I don't want to ignite the web because there's already a fire there, and I have 2 friends in there. So that's 1d8.
This attack has a 30-foot range.
Cool. I do 1 damage to it.
There is no bonus.
And then on top of that, I will also flick my wrist out towards Jerk and Pubert and cast and summon a healing spirit.
Okay. You can do the healing spirit instead of the bear, or
The bear is not concentration.
oh, so it just lasts for the duration.
The totem, it's just a totem, and it lasts just bonus action type, bonus action, range, feet. It is not concentration. It's just a thing that is there.
And you can move.
So the healing spirit is concentration. So I'm going to land it on top of Jerk's head for right now. So at the start of his turn, he gets 1d6 hit points back. And I'm gonna summon
a smaller bear.
Wait, no, I know what it is.
The tiny jerk. That was the last time.
Yeah, but I know. I'm summoning a blue fairy dragon.
Is that like a pseudo dragon?
It is they are like tiny dragons, fairy, the size of a cat. Or they have like butterfly wings.
Taliesin throws a flame up towards the giant spider, but then summons a magical healing spell over Jerk's head.
And that will be the end of my turn. Yep. So there's So at the start of his. Yeah, if you move into the space, or if you start your turn there, you get 1d6 healing. No action required.
All right. Okay, and then it is Sparkle Gem's turn. Sparkle Gem, from your point of view, you would have been able to see Taliesin throw a flame up at the ceiling. You could probably put something together from that with your intelligence of your character. You have also seen the like blanket of web appear above Jerk's head and then fall down over him, and probably a little bit onto it's on Godwald as well.
I mean, personally, I just want to go dip the fuck out of Dodge. Like, I didn't even want to be in that room at the beginning. Like,
Sparkle Gem is small. Those spiders are big.
Look, you want to just dash and go get your crossbow and then decide what you want to do. You can do that.
well, I mean, once I get my crossbow, I'm taking a nap. I've already decided that. So I could just run off and go take a nap and come back fully charged with my spells and be better off than I am now.
We're all
Yeah,
gonna be.
the
dead.
combat will be over.
What, in almost 5,000 rounds?
If
Yeah.
I survive, if you run off and I survive this and everyone else dies, my character will kill you.
You could
Why?
try. You could try.
Okay.
All right. Well, Townsend is unable to say that to you, Sparkle Gem. He's
Oh, I'm saying this out of character.
spells. I know.
Oh,
I hear you.
I know. No, I feel
But
it.
Sparkle
That'll
Gem,
make a great
you
post
do
game.
see through the tunnel there is chaos happening, and you were able to hear the black spiders speak and say
well,
the
I'm
words.
also prone, so I'm gonna
Capture
spend.
them, and we will.
Why are you
I'm
prone?
also prone because
crit-
I
crit
slipped
fail.
on this corpse body and crit failed, and
Oh.
it's just
Just looking at a dead bugbear, I think is chopped up
Just-
by P Bear, if I remember correctly.
yep. So yeah, I'll spend half my movement to kind of like tumble around this bugbear body to gain my footing.
All right, stands up.
And then I'll just I don't want to be part of this battle. I'll cast Ray of Frost at the Drow duty.
Mesnar, the black spider.
So that's a 14 on the hit.
14 on the hit for Mesnar. You see as you go to cast the spell, your Ray of Frost comes at him, and a shield of force flies up around him. You're actually quite familiar with this, as a bubble protects him.
Asshole. Okay. I really don't like any of this, you guys.
Would you like to either help talk him down?
Well, I mean, he's already given his demands. There is no talking him down. He wants us
Well, and
captured and working for him.
Taliesin
it's
was
already
in his
been known.
head, and Taliesin said that he was going to kill us when he was done with us anyways.
Yeah, so like, why? Why at this point? And I kind of did just try to smack him in the face with a bunch of tiny gnome hands of frost.
Valid.
Yeah, I feel like maybe take it 5 feet forward so I'm in the totem circle, and chillin' is my best option at this point.
You already did get the bonus because you started your turn in it when it appeared.
Okay, and isn't it +8?
It's +8 to you get +8 temporary hit points. But the way that the language actually reads is that each creature of your choice in the aura, when the spirit appears, gains the temporary hit points. But you don't get the advantage on strength stuff unless you're in the aura. So
Gotcha. Well, like I said, I'll take my 5 feet forward, get back in the aura, and just hang out because at this point, I'm keeping as much distance between me and everything else.
All right, so takes a pot shot at Nezanar, who has a much more powerful wizard than Yarno. Summons a spell to save himself from it. So you guys see the ray of frost go across there, and the magic happen, but you also see the magical effect reflect from there.
Can I make like an Arcana check to see if it was a spell reaction or if it was an item reaction? Like if
I
the
mean,
spell was sourced from him or
like see what he did.
yeah.
Probably just perception to see his actions. In all honesty, I mean, you could tell the difference between the spells with Arcana. Yeah, you can go either way. Whatever one's higher, because you know magic.
That's a 20.
Okay, yeah, you see that he definitely like when he raised his staff up, and to do it, but as he cast the words and moved the staff around, it was the gem on his chest that glue, and then that went up. So he's
Okay,
a wizard using his wizard focus.
gotcha. Well, now that I've identified
Oh.
his focus, this will make this battle easier.
Okay, so so with that roll, you're definitely able to identify what he's using to do it. You're kind of familiar with these magical aspects, and so you see that familiar glow. That's the other thing.
All right. Yep. And then that's all for my turn.
All right. If that is your turn, then the next on the list is Godwall.
There's a lot going on.
Yes.
What's my mood?
I mean, don't you have Arno grappled?
Yep.
Yep. And you are also inside. Oh yeah, make your strength save because you're
Nope.
you're inside of it.
It's a dodge.
Because the web was cast over you.
I'm in the web.
On the dex save, yeah, that's right. So you are restrained. Movement 0.
Still holding him.
Advantage. Whew. You're still holding him though. Yep.
Look at it like a.
Oh, yep. Okay.
I'd like to convince Yarno.
Okay. What do you want to say?
Like
then?
only servitude awaits us here. Will you rebel with us?
Oh, trying to persuade him to change sides.
Yes.
And he knows that you told him. He knows that you saved his life. You were standing over him as he came back to life and said, "What the fuck?" So, roll persuasion. Let's go it against his insight.
Nice.
Nice. You had to beat a 15. All right, so you say, I like that. Subjugation to servitude is all the way to join us. You did also tell him that you're going to turn him into Lord's Alliance, but
I just said I said that part while he was unconscious. What I said was I'm bringing him back to Phandalin.
Yeah. Well, all right. Yeah. So, all right, and that's your turn, or you got anything else going on?
Does he get to respond?
His turn's next, so he'll respond soon.
So is there anything else? I've got an idea. I'd actually Oh, I need to spend my action. I'd like to spend my action and not be in. Did I say my action, or can I try and break the web?
You've spoken to him. We're gonna leave these things to combat like we did with Jerk at the beginning. Next combat, we'll do it with more rules, but so your persuasion was your interaction. See, I like that. I like that better because words, if you're like you're really allowed to speak freely, just in general. But like in the mechanic, there's supposed to be something that you're like, okay, you're specifically trying to do this. So using it
Yeah.
as an interaction, I like this better because it doesn't take the other important parts and just talk. You speak common, somebody understands common, and like, oh my god, and they're like, here you say, oh my god. So what would be
Yeah.
what would be the reason for them to not be attempted to be persuaded or something, right?
And does a 17 beat?
To get yourself out of the web,
Yes.
it absolutely does. You're able to tear your feet, tear your back and your feet out of the webbing.
All right. And then I pass and I await his response.
All right. So Yarno has had a day.
Maybe a
Yeah.
couple all at once.
Oh,
What was that line in the anime? Let me tell you, I have had a day.
Yeah, and so he's got that opportunity. So he's seen this. He's seen death several times. He's seen it. He's a little afraid of Jerk, and Taliesin, but he does hear your offer, and things have not been particularly great for him working for Nesnar. And he knows he's failed Nesnar again by not stopping you back in the smelting room. So back at the bellows. So he looks around the room. He sees the 4 spiders. He sees the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you, plus the giant constrictor snake that is obviously attacking the spiders. Plays the odds numbers in his head, and he thinks, he goes and he's like, all right, but I want to face justice, not his kind of justice. And he points over at Jerk stuck in the web. And
Oh.
let's see, what does he do? Man, do I have to move? Do I have to move class staff over to my neutral NPCs now?
So did he agree?
Well, I'm going to tell you. You're going to see what he does. I want to face. He's like, I have to face justice, not his kind of justice, the Lord's Alliance justice. And he will cast Shocking Grasp at the spider next to him. So you see his hand light up with lightning. Buzz, the sound kind of crackles in the room as his response to Godwald as he goes ahead and tries to smack the spider. Oh, and he nails it. So he does a D8. D8 to the spider. Spider takes 5 points of lightning damage.
That's impressive.
And it looks stunned. So you see him just raise a hand towards the spider. He does not try to break your grasp either. He just and smacks it with a lightning bolt. So
I
what is that? It's number. I'm gonna move your giant snake a little bit because he's taking this. This is number 1. Caps lock's on. And then he turns to looks at you, Godwald, again afterwards, and he's like, it's stunned but barely. let's go. And he tries to move his way to the edge of the door. He's still in your grasp, but he's just pulling. He's just
I,
kind of moving away. At a bit, 'cause he can't- 'cause he's grappled and he can't go
that
anywhere
is
else.
convincing enough for me. On the resolution of that attack, I would like to use my reaction to do a weird thing.
Okay, what's your reaction?
I would like to let go and give him his old book back.
You have his spellbook.
Yes, yes, I do.
All right. I mean,
It
How
doesn't
do you
work.
have his spell book when the spell book and the belt were given to me and you held
You have the
me?
new one. I have
you-
the one from 3
the
years
old-
ago.
You do have the
it's the real
original.
one.
And
Man,
like,
what was? I don't even remember what was in that book, but it's
It's,
his book. Would know.
yeah,
It's pretty similar to what he had.
yeah. There's a sub. It's a loose rules. It's a weird rules area, but I would do that anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, you can do it on your next turn because we used your interaction to persuade him.
Okay, then I let go then.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, use your action to let go. All right.
And that spider's on the ceiling, so if he wants to keep moving,
Yeah, he's got an idea here. Huh. The doppelganger. The doppelganger sees the attack on it, moves it. Wait, no, he doesn't even. He turns his wand towards Yarno. Traitor! And he lets out. Oh, phallic. He lets out a spell. You see this kind of like ringed thing with this jagged gem on the end of it. He lights it and he throws a magic missile spell straight to Yarno. It doesn't miss. He doesn't get a chance to dodge.
he never did know shield. That was always the staff.
Yeah, that was always the staff, so he can't avoid it.
He's got 20 points though.
All right, so I need a magic missile spell first, and he does a dart. So a dart goes. Well, 3 darts, and then do 3d4 plus 1 damage to Yarno. Is Yarno going to die again? No. Takes some damage. And just 3 missiles, just kind of 3 kind of like bolts of light, just land Gundam style like missile launch and immediately hit, no chance of missing. And he takes some more damage though, and it hurts him. And he's just right in the arm that's been attacked and hurt. So, but he's still standing. Nesnar now having just been attacked himself and seeing this and seeing these actions, turns to Arno and I will teach you to submit to me. You are. It's like I will teach. You will submit to me. No, that's it. It's like you will submit to me, Tiarno. He goes ahead and casts. Ah! He goes to Yarno and he says, I will teach you to submit to me. I suggest you reconsider and fight on our side. And he casts suggestion. So gotta beat
It's
a
just
13.
not his day.
Yeah.
So you're
well,
telling us we're just going to kill Yarno yet again?
he casts the spell on him. And Yarno makes the wisdom save? Does he really? What's his bonus minus? Is he not wise? If he has he's like a point. It's a +1. Yeah, he resists the effects of the spell. That was before I did it. Oh no, I didn't mean to hit that. I did that on the dice over.
for a second there.
Oh yeah, he burns the spell slot. Anything if he fails. Or if he succeeds, yeah. No, he succeeded, so he's fine. Woo!
Oh, at the end of the black spider's turn, the campfire lights the web.
It does. So the spot above the flame is burning now, and it'll start spreading from here. But then we've got some spiders. The giant spider was unable to take a reaction when he got slapped with the lightning shocking grasp. But it now is shakes it off and goes to attack the giant snake that's in its face. I don't know what giant snake does, but he's going with its bite. That is an 8 plus 5, so he gets 13. Does that beat
That hits.
giant snake AC?
Yes.
Damn. All right. Well, it gets him 7 points of piercing damage, and make a Constitution saving throw for the snake.
Snake ew.
Oh
He
yeah,
passes.
I almost forgot.
15.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
is this the
cool.
music? Can
Yeah.
you turn it down slightly though? It's like very loud. Okay.
Good. Everybody hear each other still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So the snake, did it fail?
No, it passed the Constitution.
Okay, so it just takes 4 points of poisoning damage on top of the piercing from the bite.
All right. He all right.
All right. Then some of the others are. Giant spider number 2 is in Fuber's face, so he's going to make his attack. That does not hit.
Wha.
Fail. Just its teeth come down at you, and you're able to bring up your shield and fend off its fangs. You can see them kind of clawed around it, just the black poison just dripping off of them.
Ugh.
It's not pretty.
That's not good. It's not delicious.
Number 3 drops from the ceiling, climbs down the wall 15 feet, and then is continuing its chase of Taliesin. So it moves over now, blocking the doorway. So most of what Sparkle Gem can see is a giant spider. It's going to make its attack on Taliesin, which is a 7 plus 5. Oh my god, my math is so bad. My brain's
12.
oxycodone again. 12? Does a 12 beat your AC? I don't think
It
it
does not.
Woohoo! Alright, things are turning around here. Let's see if Jerk is lucky. Okay, get another spider, it's over at it, and it makes an attack spell. Oh, I'm sorry, pal. It is an 18 to hit plus 5.
That
so
hits.
I believe that hits.
Uh,
We're gonna roll for its bites now. So I want to see if luck is just gonna be on your guys' side instead of taking the net. D8. Oh, you guys are a lot luckier with the die. It's 3 plus 3, 6 piercing damage on the hit, and make your Constitution saving throw.
Hold on. You said 6 piercing?
6 piercing.
I think you had 1 bear point left.
Oh, okay. So I roll con twice.
Constitution saving throw.
Am I too late to use my inspiration to make that thing reroll? Is that a thing in this one?
Inspiration can replace rolls. Yeah.
Can I replace the spider's attack roll?
Yeah. You want
Can't
to do it
you
with
do that as a reaction anyways?
I'm not close enough. I have to be within 5 feet.
Gotcha.
I would like to do that. I'd like to have it reroll its attack
That's
roll on
all.
Jerk.
Okay.
I'll save you.
I hope
hope.
so. I like this music. This is a nice touch.
It's working out. Yeah, it
Wow.
really helps. I mean, it's for the drama of this scene.
For some reason, it's not letting me listen to it, but I'm okay with that.
What's playing it? Is that through Roll20?
Roll 20.
Roll20's jukebox
Okay.
feature has a wide variety
Alright.
of royalty-free
Here's-
stuff.
Here's the thing: your inspiration can expend when you make an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. Spending your
Gotcha.
inspiration gives you advantage on that. Additionally, if you have inspiration, you can reward another player. Good role playing, clever thinking, or simply doing something that you like. And when another
Oh.
player does something that contributes to the story, you can give your inspiration to that character. So if you want to like give it for his, like, did he make your con save?
Well, we'll find out in a second.
Also, your lucky coins actually work stronger than inspiration.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll my con save.
Okay.
Ugh.
Do it.
I'm working on it. Oh, shit. This is gonna roll 2. I'm sorry.
That's right.
And the first roll is
An 8.
It's an
So
8
it's
on top of
a
it.
9.
I don't think any of these actually make it.
No, should I use a
11 is the highest. Against the poison.
lucky coin?
Lucky coin is not advantage, just adds an additional die if you think you need it.
Because your lucky coin sounds.
I've got 2 chargers left. Can I use it?
Yeah, because you could do a saving throw. So
Alright. So I roll 2 d20 plus 1.
you can add an additional d20.
Oh,
So you
thank
just
God.
get
You can roll one more d20.
plus 1. And, well, I don't
Holy
think either of these
shit!
actually help. So that coin did not land in your favor.
It did not.
Oh, damn.
Oh my
Luck is
god.
not on Jerk's side.
Maybe Tamora didn't like
Alright.
when you shot that guy in the face.
So,
Alright,
how
I'm-
much
I'm rolling
fucking
for them now
poison
instead of
damage?
taking. You take 7 points of poison damage.
Oh my god. 4 hit points.
Jerk is looking hurt from these spider bites. They are not treating him well. Oh, but at the beginning of his turn, didn't he get some healing
He
from
gets
a...
he gets
Well,
one
this
d6.
isn't my turn. This is the
It's
spider's
not
turn.
his turn though. It's
Oh, right. Damn it. Yep. All right. Yep.
Has he had a turn since you cast?
No, he hasn't. He's the first person in
All right.
order.
That was the last spider, which means it's
Oh.
the giant snake's turn, and then
And Shocking Grass wears off.
yeah, because the giant spider had its turn.
So the snake is it still grappling one of them? Or did that work?
It didn't work, but he is right next to him. So what do you command the snake to do?
So the snake is going to try to constrict this giant spider again.
Okay. And do I have to make a save for it or something? I can't remember.
this
no,
turn,
it's an attack.
Okay.
Where the fuck did I put the giant constrictor snake? Hang on.
We know it's.
I know it's a +6.
Oh, I got the giant constrictor up.
I just
keep a tab and D&D Beyond open next to your character sheet to go look up whatever
Oh, well,
crazy thing
that-
you turn into.
I had
that
these
definitely
things.
works.
There's the
That's
extras.
25.
Uh,
So he takes 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. Yeah, let's see this.
So 14 damage to that giant spider. And he's grappled.
Nice. 14 to number 1. Nice.
Get on up on that guy.
And I have to write grappled.
Fun fact: D&D Beyond character sheets have an extras tab to put often used wild shapes, familiars, and other things.
I did not know that.
Oh.
I have a druid in another game that's put like their top 10 favorite wild shapes on there because they've been pre-approved.
So the giant spider's speed is 0. This is kind of similar to restrained. Speed is 0. But
It's
that's
actually
the part
also
where you can't-
It's
you can't-
actually also restrained.
Where's also restrained?
It's part of the snake's attack text.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yes.
alright. Oh, sweet. If it's grappled
It's
and
grappled.
restrained, then it's gonna have disadvantage on attacks and
Restrained.
stuff.
Yep.
Cool. Alright. So that's Snaky Boy's turn. Pew Bear? Because I'm imagining
All right.
off of the spider.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough. I would like to quaff that pot.
Quaff that pot?
Quaff that pop. Drink that healing potion that Jerk gave me,
Oh, yeah. Alright.
and then
Is that a
Jerk's,
right?
Jerk's wishing that he had held on to it now.
don't worry, buddy, I got you. So that's 1d8, right?
It is. Potion of healing. 2d4 plus 2 takes 1 action. You have 1 potion.
Okay.
Recommended for characters of levels 1 through 4.
All
and
right.
add 2 to that roll.
Oh, okay.
So you gain 7 points back. You take the vial, gluck, 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 gluck.
Like pop it, drink it, and then as a bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. What does Shield of Faith do? I don't know paladins or druids.
It's just I get a +2 bonus to AC.
Alright.
And
Or,
it, stack-
10
it
minutes.
stacks with real shields.
Yeah,
So
so I'm at 21.
Cool. So your prayer to your unknown deity,
Like, hey,
you feel the energy flowing through you. It's been answered.
I appreciate that guy, girl,
And
whoever.
that,
I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Like, hey, thanks.
Alright.
And I'd
Yeah,
like to
you're-
try to, or is it an action to try to? I want to get close to Jerk.
you are
have
still
to-
restrained.
Restrained, so you have to tear out of that.
That's a strength check.
Yep.
You have advantage.
All right.
Thanks to the bear spirit. The great bear spirit. Little polar bear guy. He's cute.
So 14 for the first, and 3 for the second.
You tear out of the web.
You now have your full movement.
There's
But the camp-
difficult terrain in the.
And the spot with the campfire is, in fact, on fire.
I will
Yes.
keep that in mind. I'm trying to try to. If I've got my full movement, I'm gonna move here. Like why?
That is 3 spaces.
Yep.
All right. And I'll be like, don't worry, we'll get out of this together.
And if you stay there, you will get stuck again.
That's fine. I can protect Jerk.
Yeah, you're just kind of like trudging through the web
Like,
as it's it's draped down over him, and he's like just stuck trying to do stuff. He's managed to pull out his sword and hand you that potion, but knows things are going tough here, and you kind of like pulling up your legs just to run through. Like, we're gonna do this.
We
Yeah,
got this.
The webbing just kind of like is sticking on your feet, but you're just a athletic guy, you know.
Yeah,
continue
doing what I do best.
Does that,
Oh, plus the magic.
does that provoke a bite?
Oh yeah.
It would get an attack of opportunity, which is a 10. Doesn't hit.
Nope.
5 plus 5. Man, plus 5, but I'm missing some stuff. Yeah, that's all right. All right. Then that brings us down to the next person's turn, which is Jerk. You're at the top of the order.
And so, what do I get for the healing talisman?
You get 1d6 HP back.
Who rolls that?
He does, I think.
It doesn't really matter.
Cool. 6 healing. Now, was Pubert within the range of the healing totem too when he started?
No, it's only like a 5 foot. It's like on.
One square.
It's 1 square.
It's on you.
Okay.
He's got to
Yeah.
move it if he wants it to heal.
And then I've got to try to roll strength to break free.
With advantage.
Not that that's going to help much. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Ugh. You guys are lucky. Nesnar didn't magic his guy back onto his side.
13
Like-
or a 2. Yeah, no, neither of those work. All right, well, this guy's within rapier range, so
13 just beats the spell save DC.
yes, I'm free.
Me to beat Nesnar's spell save DC is 13. So you're able to basically just like pull up on your sword and just kind of like get the things off of you. You twisted yourself out. Now the webbing is mostly just on the ground.
All right.
The spider to the north has taken some damage.
Oh, and this spider is no longer up on the ceiling. It dropped
Sorry, I
down.
totally didn't mean to. For some reason, my my rolling got weird. Where's my settings?
Oh, were you attacking?
No, I just accidentally hit a button.
He did not seem to intend to.
No.
Okay, so what do you want to do? And I guess you guys can.
So there's a spider to the north, spider to the south, spider to the east, spider to the west. You really don't want to get bitten again because it hurts a lot.
Well, I don't want to get Pubert killed either.
You can stab him, you can stab him again, you can like cunning disengage and run over to where Sparkle Team is and start stabbing things more.
I'm gonna
There's the giant spider blocking the door.
try to stab.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't see
Sparkle
over
Team
I couldn't see through Taliesin. You are, of course, right.
So which one's taking? This one's taking damage. These
The
guys
one with
are
the spider.
with the snake on
Sparkle
them.
Gem is not cut off.
There's a giant spider on the ground now in front of the door.
All right, so I'm gonna
Yes,
attack.
and because of 2 size differences, I can move through him without any.
Well,
Alright.
yeah, you can, but I
Negativity.
don't think we
Yeah.
can though.
No,
Oh.
they can't. But
All right,
yeah,
so I'm
you're
gonna
right. Good call.
attack this spider here with the rapier.
So you break free and you no longer have disadvantage, and you have Pubert next to you, and you want to attack that spider.
Goddamn right. What? Okay. And I totally whiff.
Maybe there's still some web there.
Maybe there's. Yeah, it wasn't my fault. It was the web.
Still,
All right, so
I
I'm
mean,
going
there's an
to.
explanation. Basically, the explanation is, yeah, you are just kind of caught into this stuff. It's tough to maneuver.
Would you like to
Alright.
second attack?
Yeah, second attack.
And which dagger?
The regular one.
The regular one, no wild magic.
No wild magic. I mean, I could try wild magic, but we could all die.
You said regular, and you made the roll. So
Yes, yes.
we are. You made
And then-
22 hits.
And then it's the damage without the
Without the
modifier.
modifier.
So it's.
But Pubert is next to you.
So I get sneak attack. So 1d4.
Plus 2d6.
Okay, well, I'm an idiot. So it's 10 altogether.
In non-magical piercing.
Yes.
All right, 10 piercing damage, giant spider number.
I think that was 4.
The one to the south of Jerk.
Yep, yeah, number 4.
And you have 3 squares of movement left.
You're as you kind of clink the first blade off of its carcass. It's it's between the webbing and everything else. It's too hard for you to get through. But you have that sneaky left hand, and you manage to get something in on it. Cuts in a weak part of the carcass, and some like spider guts just go and kind of bleed out of it. It looked like it hurt it pretty good.
And yeah, I'm gonna. If I try to move, I'm gonna take a attack of opportunity. So I'm just gonna stick where I am, and pray to Timora.
Yeah.
Sweet Timora. Hey,
Pray desperately.
As they say in Discord, luck is the one goddess that only comes when not invoked.
Right?
okay.
Well, Timora likes me. I think. I hope. So, we'll see. All right, that ends my turn.
All right, then it is Talison's turn, and I think I have. Give me a second.
Yes.
Okay. So there's one turn.
Are you like typing something to me?
So what do you guys think? Should I go all in and use wild magic next time?
Of
I
course.
don't know, man.
Yeah.
Look, something like a fireball or crazier might have something as big as the purple circle. There's
I won't be affected. The rest
like
of
6 of them and like 6 of us. And they have more points, so
Okay.
if something affects both sides equally, we're worse off.
So, if anybody was looking directly at Talon, you kind of see his like eyes are moving around. Like you can tell he's like thinking. There's a lot of things going on in his head. He's thinking back and forth a bunch.
Is this not enough for you?
He's got so many things going on.
He hang on. So
Book.
he is going to cast he's going to do frostbite on the spider right in front of him, which the spider needs to make a DC 13 con save.
All right. They're not super common. They're not really weak at it, but there's 10. 9 was 1.
All right, he fails. So
Giant spider number 3 is what happened to him.
takes 4 frost damage and he has next attack.
Disadvantage on his next attack.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right.
Oh, as a bonus action,
You have a
I'm going-
concentration spell running.
I'm aware. I'm going to move my healing spirit from Jerk to Pubert. So on the start of his turn, he will get 1d6 of.
All right. We're just gonna have to imagine this little guy over his head. If you want to pick an icon that might indicate this thing is on your character, Bear. There you go.
There you go, a little angel boy.
And is that your turn?
Yes.
All right.
Action,
And-
bonus action, and no movement. Because
All right.
spider.
Sparkle Gem,
Also
a
web.
very large spider has descended from the ceiling and moved in front of the door to attack Taliesin.
All right.
Kind
So-
of blocking your vision from a lot of the chaos happening in the room. What do you do?
All right. So Sparkle Gem is just kind of going to sigh to herself and just be like, I really don't know why I do this, and charge forward through the spider.
Okay. And you are tiny. Well, you are
No,
small.
I'm small, so I can
Small.
move.
It is large, so yeah, you can pass through its space.
Yep. With no
like a
hit
hobbit.
reduction.
Yeah.
Can
Oh,
I
she's
move it?
small. She's.
Yeah.
You can remember how.
And then I'm going to go right next to you. Yep.
I gotta remember that she's small. So you get up next to the pillar. Spider doesn't seem to notice you so much so as it's facing Taliesin.
There's so much I want to do right now. Well, I'll use my
You just kind of
axe.
crawl. You're like just duck, and as you duck and run low, you're able to like just fit underneath its carcass, just sliding right under it. It's so great.
Would you like to cunning disengage?
Um,
Lost you again.
I would like to use my action to cast my Mage Hand on that square right next to the doppelganger, and I will choose to have it be invisible for the next 10 rounds.
Oh man, where is your hand? I'm not gonna bother finding it. I'm gonna a new one.
I haven't had it since the start of the cave.
Yeah, so we'll just use.
I don't think it's
like,
been on this map.
You like use a necrotic one, right?
Yeah.
Like bones or zombie hand?
Yeah. Bone hand.
Bone hand.
Creepy. Creepy.
Well, that's the-
no, bone hand. Oops, sorry, I totally.
I thought that was the chill touch hand. It doesn't matter.
And
It's only
I
one's
mean-
active.
Is that a wall master?
I have a bunch of creepy hands. Oh, I wanted it in this space.
I am giving you control of it.
Okay.
As we speak. There you go. So you can summon it over the paperwork.
Yep, and like I said, it is invisible, which is something I could choose to have it do. So no
Okay.
one knows it's there.
The invisible mage hand appears behind the doppelganger.
Yes.
Y-
Yeah, I'll do my bonus action to disengage and move 5 more feet backwards.
Okay.
Which, let me double check something.
Does not get an attack of opportunity. Because disengage.
Correct.
Use your action to
Awesome.
summon invisible mage hand.
Awesome. And then
Nesnar, Valak, the spiders can't see it.
and then I'll spend just chill for the time being.
Okay.
'Cause that's all I could do.
Sneaks
Okay.
into the room, seemingly doing nothing in else's eyes. But she moves in. And if that's your turn,
Yep.
Godwald, you're up.
Okay, Sparkle Gem is here. And Yarno is
Oh,
proven.
that took
Yarno
exactly
has proven himself.
3 minutes and 11 seconds to do a turn. Sorry, Yarno has. It's clear that he has changed alliances and once been punished for it.
And I'm stuck again.
You're stuck again. What do you mean?
I think that's how that works.
Oh, because you started your turn in the web?
Yeah.
Just every time.
And it sticks.
Dallas, that's ridiculous. Sorry, I watched it.
It's okay.
I got distracted. I'm easily distractible and irritable.
And,
I'm sorry.
Does an 11 break the web?
11 does not break the web.
Okay.
13 would.
Then I take webbed. That spends my action. And I'd like to use my interaction to give Yarno his 3-year-old spellbook back, and I've sent you the text.
Oh, okay. Sent me the text. Oh, like in a Discord.
Yeah.
Got it. Oh, nice.
And do I want to spend my bonus action? None of that helps right now. So I will look towards the snake that we're now fighting together, the spider we're now fighting together, and I'll pass.
All right. Here's Smoke, and he goes, and does Jerk have his pouch or bag?
Sparkle Gem
Can you-
does.
He was there and in conscience while you guys took his stuff off of him.
Yeah,
And
I have all
so-
his stuff.
He's gonna look and he's like, I need my spell focus from my pouch. As you hand him the book,
Fair.
and there should be a gem spell focus in the pouch. And he's standing next to you, so you hear that, but he doesn't know who has it. So you pass your turn. This is Yarno's turn. Oh, sorry.
Do you mind turning the music down a little bit more? It's really hard for me to focus.
There's a lot going on.
Glad
Yeah,
I can't
thank
hear it.
No, it's actually really cool. It's just hard for me to pay attention.
No, I have severe ADD, so like, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, we know. Oh, I didn't.
What?
No.
If you're not getting the music, you may have to adjust your Roll20 audio output.
Yeah, I know that's what I gotta do, but it's
Is
better
there
if I
is there a
don't.
way that you
This is
guys can
me.
adjust it?
No, just the source, not the amount.
No, it's fine now
Oh, on your thing.
Oh wait, no, there is a new option added here, and it's Master Music Volume Level.
So you can go under under the gears.
Yeah.
though. Oh, okay.
And it works.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. No, then
Can
we're
I
solid.
turn it up a little bit because I really like it.
No, you can. Yeah, it was just hard for me to like hear what everyone was doing.
It's
Alright.
making
I
me
didn't-
So we
making me
can
feel
adjust all of
hopeful.
our own.
I just
Cool.
didn't know.
Like
I don't know
this-
why that's not under the jukebox, but
Yeah, I
whatever.
would think so too, right?
Normally the jukebox tab is full for the DM to switch between a playlist. At least that's what Roll20 intended. But results may vary, you know. So Yarno's turn.
Okay, yeah. So it's Yarna's turn. He's like, I need my spell focus. Because otherwise he's kind of limited with spells he can cast.
As a reaction, can I hand it to him, or would I have to wait till my turn?
You didn't use your interaction. Yeah, you could pull the thing out with your interaction.
All right, so yeah, I'll pull it out and kind of toss it to him and be like, if you turn on us, I won't hesitate to attack.
He believes you. He believes you guys.
Just so you know,
Yeah,
you will die.
I'm like,
Again.
yeah.
You have failed me for the last time.
He's taking this
Again!
gamble that is basically like he knows you guys can murder him. You have done it several times, and he also knows that the Black Spider does not take well to failure.
what was that thing Jack Sparrow said? 4 of you tried to kill me in the past. 1 of you succeeded.
All right, so
But yeah, I'll just kind of like toss it to him then.
all right, so then with that, and having his spellbook of things that he knows, he knows he's going to use. And what does he have memorized from the?
Crown of Madness.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
He turns to Nesnar, and it's like.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
You have his second sheet, right? CJ?
he goes, it's basically like,
let's
you
see,
have,
yeah.
he's like, what does it say? So you might be familiar with this one, as he whips the book open and goes to read it, holds up his casting one. It's like, you taught me this spell, and he casts Crown of Madness on.
Yep.
At him, so we need to beat his spell save with a wisdom. So can Nezanar make it out? He gets a whoa. All right. You see over Neznar's head a twisted crown of jagged iron floating and glowing, madness in his eyes. Oh, but is he... Oh, shit. Nope. He will have advantage as
A drow versus a charm.
a drow versus a charm, yeah.
Yeah, that counts up on Tuesdays.
So, it's one more shot. 3. So 3 plus his wisdom modifier. So yeah, 7. He still is, yeah. He falls under the 13 of his spellcasting. Or 12. 12 DC. He doesn't make it. Man, he was close to making that too. Alright, so you see this glowing crown appear above his head, and his eyes start just looking crazy and twisting and flopping. And just so you guys know, he is charmed in this way. And as charmed action, he must make a melee attack against a creature other than the caster. And yeah. All right.
So Yarno,
So, and Yarno is holding it. He's holding the book open and holding his gem, and like you can see him like really focusing and showing, like concentrating really hard on this. Yeah, nice.
I remember he used that back in Cragmaw. It was one of the more devastating things he could do.
Yeah,
Glad
did
he's on our side.
there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and the I'll put that little madness marker over him.
Good old madness mark.
Nesnar's just like, taught spell to Yarno. He just tries to scream out and say something to him, but he cannot at the moment. The doppelganger, seeing the situation, is going to. Boy, oh boy. So many things. He's gonna go fire his magic missile wand at Yarno. It's like, this will never work for you. You're going to die again today. Fires his magic missile wand at him, hitting him for 3d4 plus
1.
Each.
Yep. So, and 2 and 4. 2 is 10 plus 3. 13 damage to Yarno, and he has to make a
Wait, what?
Constitution savings. Yeah, you got 4,
Auto
4, and
hit
2.
magic
Ah, that's
missile
what I heard.
and
Yeah, it doesn't
Yarno
miss.
I withdraw my objection.
staff. Yeah.
And yeah, so he takes 13. Whew. Yarno basically. Oh my gosh! All right, and let's see his Constitution saving throw. I kind of want to do this one on screen, but I know that the thing like it's 105, but we gotta know. So he is looking rough. Basically, he's like this again. Three missiles fly out from the wand and just you'll dance like right past Godwall, right over the snake, like just making a perfect course to hit him. Hitting him. And Yarno holds on for dear life. He's standing there, concentrating, focusing this thing at Nesnar. Just bleeding again, like profusely all over. His arm is like the damaged arm's barely holding the book up. You can see that he's like barely maintaining just regular consciousness, but let alone like the concentration on the spell, but he manages it. Woo! Sorry, it's kind of exciting. Yeah, and Valak just Valak takes a step back, and he's not well. He sees this thing happen over him. He's not really sure what's going on, and he's just like, Nesnar, snap out of it, Nesnar! And then it is Nesnar's turn to has to make a melee attack against a creature other than Yarno. And the closest one I'm gonna say is our friend. So he takes a step forward and he tries to bludgeon him with the staff.
As a quarterstaff?
Yep. So let's see. He is proficient, so he can get his regular. Sorry. It's a lot easier if I just add a quarterstaff to him and let it do the calculation for me.
Make sure you equip it.
Yep. Okay. So he uses his black staff instead of summoning spider-themed magic from it as a weapon. It is a 1d6 minus 1 and his attack. So let's see if he can even make the attack. He gets a 16. That's gonna hit Valak. And so then he gets a d6 minus 1. He swats him over the head for 4. Smacks him on the head. Alright. I'm not sure if Crown of Madness is going to give him... Does he get an opportunity during his attack to get out of the Crown of Madness? So I'm going to have to check that really quick.
I would look at it.
I've read it.
Alright, what
It's,
is it?
the end of the target's turn.
Okay, so now he gets the chance to make a Constitution.
Is it? Yeah. Kind of save.
I have the spell, but I have to keep going back and forth to it. Wisdom saving. All right. And he's got to beat the 12 off of Yarno. He gets a nat one. His save fails entirely, and you can just see his eyes just flipping back and forth as looking about the room. And he's kind of shaking himself. And yeah. Now we're gonna have some giant spiders do their turns. One is grappled, and it will attempt to bite the snake that is grappling him, but with disadvantage because he is restrained. He gets a 10 plus 5? Yep. Bite, man. Bite.
That hits.
So he bites him, and do a Constitution saving throw. And I'll do the
I'll say
damage
something.
over here.
Restrained creatures have disadvantage.
He did roll it with disadvantage.
Yep. You got a 14 and a 10 plus 5.
Neat.
So you get a 15.
It could help.
Fuck. All right. That's not gonna. It's a 3.
You
Yeah.
Okay,
have-
well, he
You
from
still
the
have
piercing
inspiration.
No, I used it.
Oh.
You have a D8 plus 3, so you take 6 points of piercing damage,
hmm
and then 2d8 on the poison. I don't know where my other D8 went. Could have sworn it was right here. Oh, there it is. Takes 7 poison damage on top of whatever I just said for the piercing.
I think it was 8 plus 7. Oh,
Was it 8 plus 7? No, it wasn't.
think so.
It was plus 3. It was a D8 plus 3.
Oh.
And I rolled. I do not remember what I rolled. This is why I should do it on screen. I don't remember what I rolled. Who else does? Anybody? Alright, the first one was 5 and 7.
oh, 5 plus 7. Okay.
Wait, are you?
How much
talking
health does
about-
that snake have?
You said you rolled a 10 and a something else, and then
was-
it was a plus.
That was the
5,
attack.
Right on the attack.
Play out. Yeah, that was to make the attack. This was the damage, and I didn't miss it, so I just rolled.
The snake has a lot of health.
But it only lives once.
Yep.
It's unlike a lot of your other summons. Okay. And it's basically once it gets the poison is like you either half it with Constitution or you take the full amount.
hmm
So that's what the con save is for. The con save needs to beat an 11. So, between you guys in the future here. All right, so that's 1, but it is still grappled. It didn't use its manage to try and
Test,
get it out,
test.
attacks it.
Testing.
I hear Joe.
You're back.
Syphilis.
3 and 4.
It was weird because I lost the music and Discord at the same time.
Do you have the music now?
I actually do not.
A giant spider moves in to attack Jerk. It does not suffer penalties on the web. Oh, jeez. It gets a 20 total.
Oh,
It's gonna hit.
was I something?
But you broke out of the web the last time. So it doesn't have advantage on the attacks. I guess that's something. It's a D8 for piercing damage plus 3. You take 4 piercing damage and make a Constitution saving throw against the poison. As this slathering jaws just dripping this black ooze. Is Jerk? I can't hear you.
I haven't said anything yet.
Fails that, so let's see how the D8s treat us. There it is. Whew! 2 plus.
So it's 4 and 2.
Yeah, it was 4 for that, and then 2 on those. You guys should be happy that I am. Yeah. 2 poison damage on top of the 4 piercing. You're almost getting used to the poison. Not really.
Down to 4 hit points.
Does not have much on it. All right. Then there's 4. 3 attempts to make an attack on Taliesin, but it has disadvantage due to the spell the last time.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets a 11 to hit.
That misses.
Misses. And then number 4 is going to turn towards Hubert and make an attack on him with its bite. And it natty ones.
Ooh.
All right.
Didn't even need that
Yeah, that's a critical failure.
spell.
So as this huge spider comes in down to make a bite on you, yeah, in addition to the shield protection of faith from your god and everything else, it goes in and slams its jaws down on your shield, but they crack and break. Its mouth
Oh.
spewing out poison, just kind of dripping out of it now. That's crit fails! Woo! Oh my god, I'm so good. Oh, and Iarna's turn. That's right. I moved into the fire. So these squares.
Web fire is only starts his turn in the fire.
Right, but the fire expanded on Nesnar's turn. So it is now here and
Oh, this.
and Godwald. 5 squares out from each. So Godwald, you are restrained still.
Yes.
You just take the fire damage. You take 4 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Non-magical. I don't know if that has any benefits for you. And if it's 5 out, jerk.
And
You're
I take
not
that up to bear
restrained.
points.
Jerk, make me a dexterity saving throw as the fire is leaning up towards you.
Nice.
So as the flames are coming up, you're able to just like kind of stealth like just ahead of it as it's burning around you, and you're kind of sort of trapped between these spiders and the flame. Ooh. All right. That's all the spiders. Giant constrictor snake.
All right. It is going to attempt to constrict this snake even further. I'm like,
I type in the Twitch chat,
Brush it.
septile face emoji is greater than spider emoji.
What was the snake's name? It's your snake's name.
Nagini.
Did I spell that right?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what my actual snake's name is. But it's also Voldemort's snake.
Fun. All right, so
All right, 14.
14 hits, just meets it.
All right.
Oh, you guys now know the AC of the giant spiders. Meet or beat, 14 makes it.
Oh,
So roll some damage.
13 damage to it.
Since it's... You would have got advantage on it too. Do you want to roll the advantage on it? 20 it?
I mean, sure.
If you want.
Crit check.
Nope.
Yeah, crit check. Alright,
I mean,
so it
it's
takes
slightly better, but
13
yeah.
bludgeoning.
yes.
Alright, and that's spider. Sorry.
That's totally average damage.
Yeah.
On those dice.
Slightly above average.
Alright, how does the snake kill this giant spider?
Nice. I would say, yeah, just so it was already crushing it, and the thing was like squirming, and then it
Mhm.
bites the snake again. You can just tell the snake is just not having it, and just squeezes as hard as it can, and just fucking crushes this spider. Just fucking
Exoskeleton
Viscera
means
goes
insides
everywhere.
are squishy.
yeah.
Yeah, so its carcass just crumbles under the strength of this constrictor snake, oozing all of its guts out all over it, but dying entirely. You
Yes.
smashed it like a tiny bug.
Would you like to spend the snake's move?
Yeah, I was going to. So the snake is then going to move over towards. Actually, no. The snake is going to move over towards the black spider and prepare to attack him.
Oh shit. Once everybody with the fire damage. Well, no, that happened at the beginning of his turn. But everyone who's in the web, once the Crown of Madness appeared after that flame, the webbing disappeared.
Nice.
Oh.
I'll remove this on fireness.
So yeah, so you guys are no longer, there's no longer fire around you. Jerk, you managed to dodge out of the flame as it expanded your direction. But once he fell into the Crown of Madness spell, he's no longer concentrating it.
I remove my restrainedness. Please deaden the spider.
Oh, yep. Back to the map with him.
That spider's dead, Tombus.
All right, giant snake move. That brings us to Pew Bear Bottom.
All right. Well.
You get that healing spirit, Sodom?
Yep.
All right. So I will go ahead and roll me that there d6.
Nice.
All right.
5 points will be awarded to each of you for sheer dumb luck.
And then I'm gonna try to, since I don't have to worry about helping anybody out of the web no more, I'm gonna hit this guy. With a renewed confidence.
Okay. Roll the attack.
Make a stab.
Nice.
21.
21 succeeds.
Every time I click that, I do the wrong thing. So that should be 6 damage total.
All right, 6 damage total to giant spider.
Like, just kind of like, ha! And stab him in the abdomen.
Stabs it in.
In magical slashing.
And yeah, all right, so you're able to stab it. Stab it and it hurts.
Like, how's it feel? I mean, you were not the one who bit me. I didn't really poison you. And, you know, it looks like your carapace took care of most of it. But, now you know how it feels.
Hey, fun fact. You can shove spiders too.
Oh, yeah.
Does PBR do anything else with the rest of his turn other than stabbing the spider?
You know what? I'm going to go ahead. Well, I should, but I'm going to save that. I have to pass because the only other thing I can do is move. I'm out of spells. I can poke Jerk for 1 HP.
Don't do that. I'm gonna die.
Oh, you actually had.
Oh,
yeah,
you can? You can give me a hit
Oh
point?
yeah. You wrote that down a bit wrong about 2 sessions ago. You actually had 3 points left
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I think
because you only healed yourself for 17.
I think what Godwald is referring to is Shield Master feat.
Yeah.
If you take the attack action on your turn, as a bonus action, you can do the Shield Master shove.
Oh, that's right. That's specifically why I picked it. All right, let's do it.
And Bear Spirit does help with that strength-related check.
Yep.
Yep, so you're
Hold
going to
on, I
have
gotta-
advantage versus its just regular strength.
So wait, I'm sorry, because it doesn't say. I just roll a strength check?
D20
And you can
Advantage. plus your strength modifier.
add
Constant.
proficiency. You can add proficiency with athletics.
Oh,
This is just strength, though. This isn't like running.
Yeah. I was going to say it's... Because it just says go ahead and shove.
With advantage.
That's right.
So one more time.
It's a little bit better.
Yep. The spider got a 15 total. So you You just beat it. You shield bash this thing in the head, and it just it like it doesn't like roll over, fall down, but it just kind of drops so that its legs are out flat. It's knocked it prone.
Nice.
Yeah. Pa!
Ooh, attack that shit.
Kill him.
There it is. All right, and that was your action, bonus action.
Yep.
All right, you gonna stay where you're at?
I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Make sure that, yeah. Provide as much defense as I can.
Caution does not work on creatures larger than large.
But so it has disadvantage on its attack until it gets
Bubby.
up. So that brings us back to the top of the order. Jerk.
All right. So do I get advantage since it's prone?
You would.
All right. So I'm going to attack with my rapier.
All right.
Nice.
So we'll see if you crit.
Yep.
Crit check.
Crit check. Do I get a third crit check because, or a second crit check because of the totem?
No.
You're making a dex attack. That would only be strength things anyway.
All right. So let's see how much damage I do. Rapier damage.
Does P-Bear use strength as his modified attack?
It
I
only,
do, yep.
it's
Yeah.
only strength checks and strength saving throws that you get
Okay.
advantage on.
Well, yeah, but shield bash at least.
All right. So I
Oh,
do
yeah.
15 damage to that bad boy between the rapier and the sneak attack.
It's number 4. Yeah. All right. How do you kill this giant spider?
Nice.
It's flat on the ground. You have perfect access to any fleshy part you want.
Yeah, because as it just gets shield bashed and just knocks it down on its leg, it kind of looks up at you. Ah.
We're grilling tonight.
Dark Souls counter animation.
I don't know what that means. I just want to get
It
him right in this little. I want to pop all of his eyes. Shove
Okay.
a blade in his head.
In a Dark Souls counter animation, you stab straight in, and you have to use your boot to pull it back out. That's how good it does.
Well, I don't want.
But
I don't want
Dirk-
anything that.
Dirk just takes his rapier. What's that? Rapier?
Yeah, that was a rapier.
Takes his rapier, and for flavor, we'll say you just poke out all of its eyes. And there's like a slew of them across its face, right? Like it has tons of these little things, and you just like pop, 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 and it just like lets out a wheeze as it stays prone and dead.
All right.
You have a second enemy within melee range.
Yeah, somebody use the dagger on this guy.
Which one?
The ornate.
Bonus action. You're gonna bonus action. All right, you did it.
Bonus action. Ornate dagger on him.
All right. Okay.
Ornate damage. 8 damage.
Nice.
You don't get the bonus on your
Okay, so 4 damage.
4. Okay. 2. It looks alright. This is the first thing that anything hits at you. You like stab the little thing in and it's just kind of looking at you, but it doesn't seem to have hurt it too much.
That's it.
Alright. Alright, and with that brings us to Taliesin.
Okay. I am going to. Well, I kind of have that set up. I guess I'm gonna go half beast form and primal savagery, the spider in front of me.
Alright. So you roll to attack.
Wow.
2 does not hit.
Yep, does not. And then as a bonus action, I will move my healing spirit. I will move it to Yarno and give him kind of like a nod.
Not
Yes.
sure. Alright.
Jerk just got healed, didn't he?
I have
Attack again.
4 hit
Yes,
points.
but he didn't mark it so that Twitch doesn't know.
No, I
I
did.
also don't. My character does not know this, so
I healed, and then the totem moved over to
Pubert,
Pubert.
but you did see him. You would see him get attacked from where they were at.
Yeah, so I'm back down to 4.
okay.
Oh,
So
no,
you
those
do
aren't
what?
10 points. You heal those points.
What do you mean?
Oh, sorry, did you say, and then you got attacked?
Yeah, I got attacked again.
Oh, yeah, the 3+3, that was a thing. Sorry, I had to check the
Oh
history.
no, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, I'll move it to Jerk back over to Jerk then.
Okay.
I mean, Yarno is doing some work though. He is helping us, so
Oh yeah, 100%.
I removed the Angel Wing status from Pubert.
Okay.
I rescind my angel wing status.
As in, thing watching over you.
Jerk,
Man.
I'm throwing some icon over your head so that's over top of you.
I have angel wings now. Oh yeah, that's the totem.
the healing
icon.
spirit.
Yeah, some kind of icon.
Yeah. It would be easier if you just kept it at the angel wings. Kind of.
But there's
yeah,
a
establish
Wings
that.
Halo is in like the 4th row.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's moved over top of him. Are you doing anything
Yep.
else with the turn here?
That spider is dead. You could move more around this one if you like and meet up with the team.
There's a spider directly in front of me that if I move, it will get an opportunity.
You can move here and not leave its range.
I mean, I can. I guess I'll do that.
Pubert can help you now.
Um,
I'm a helpy boy.
I do like to imagine the fact commanding this giant fucking snake and also just dodging the spider like super deftly. 'Cause it hasn't hit me at all. That probably jinxed me.
I like that. There's that moment too where he realized what he just did.
Yeah. All right.
What
But
he
that,
has just tempted.
yeah. But that's
The fates.
that's gonna be it.
Alright. And then that brings us to Sparkle Gem.
You're muted.
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Or the mic's really far from your face. I'm getting static.
Oh.
Sounds like it switched to the built-in mic or something again.
Yeah, I don't know, but Sparkle Gem, when your turn starts, you're looking across this sort of chaotic happenings that are going. You just saw one of the giant spiders get splattered to death. That's just to the west of you. Yarno is just to the south of you, with like one eye just kind of like half open, barely holding his book, and this gem in the direction of a black
Test,
staff.
test.
Okay, my shit be fucking up right now. There we go.
And it went out again as soon as you changed mics.
Are you serious?
And now we
can
have
hear
you.
Okay, okay. Good. I don't know
So-
what happened. My input audio just went wrong for a second.
Roll 20 and
Alright.
Discord are weird.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
Top of your turn, Doppelgangers attacked the Yarno 3 times.
Yeah, so I would like to spend 5 feet of movement and put myself between Yarno and the doppelganger. And
Okay.
kind of put like a last staff down on the ground, like almost as if I'm trying to protect Yarno, but being so small I only cover like his lower half of the body.
Right. The staff is
Well,
bigger than you. Like,
We'll see how that works.
like much taller.
And I would like to use my bonus action to control my hand and get the amulet. Use a sleight of hand check, get the amulet off of the ground.
Okay, sleight of hand and applies here if you're in. Do it, yeah. So we're gonna roll it versus perception.
Well,
That
he's-
sounds right to me.
Damn, nice.
22 on the total.
Damn.
Being
yeah,
charmed
that's
doesn't really
right.
affect things besides what the charmer does.
Right, exactly. But that is a successful snatch. He has this he has a gem here that's the clasp cape together. Sparkle Gems noticed it glow in the past, and so she's able to She's able to pluck that off, and kind of, and his cape goes flat, falling off of him.
Still controlling the hand. Move it back towards me.
An invisible hand floating a gem. So a gem floats away from the dude.
Right, and starts heading straight towards me.
Yeah, so
And,
the gem's just plucked off his chest. His cape falls.
That's 15. I moved it 5 there, so it can still move 15 more feet. So the gem will go behind Yarno and I.
He's gonna try and grab at it as he sees it plucked off of him. He fails though. So as he just doesn't notice in the time to clink and then sees it kind of floating like, ah! Like goes to take a swipe, but he doesn't make it in time. Used up his reaction.
And then I have my normal action left, if I'm not mistaken.
Was bonus action for the hand, or do you get to?
Yeah. Bonus action
You
for the
get to do
hand.
two.
Under my skill features, because that's where you
It's-
have to go.
Oh right, because you're
It's
that
a
weird
subclass feature.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it's a subclass feature that makes it so anytime I control my hand, I can move it up to 30 feet. But I don't know if that would have taken both my bonus action and my action due to the fact that, like, I controlled it to grab something and move it.
Because you can use the bonus action granted by your cunning action to control the hand. So your bonus action is used. You can't do something like.
And by the spell, you can use that hand action to both manipulate an object and move 30 feet.
Yeah, so that would have been just my bonus action. Awesome. And now that he no longer has that, I will, let's see here. I'll go ahead and use,
I would suggest
I'm trying to decide between Ray of Frost or probably Ray of Frost again. Yeah, Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Is that-
That's
Man,
your
because-
action.
Yep.
It's attack spell.
Yes, it is an attack spell with a 24 on the die.
Tiny gnome frost hands. Okay.
Yeah.
24 would hit.
And then there's the
He can still use. Let's see if he uses. He can still use. No, he used up his reaction to try and grab it. Oh,
Yep. And then, so that's 1 point of damage, and his movement is reduced by 10 until my next turn.
1 point of damage. All right. Okay, and I believe that's your turn.
Yep.
Godwald, you're up.
uh-huh. Hmm. It's used. I would like to use Toll the Dead on the spider to the south of me. Because it looks like that. To the left of that.
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's Wiz 14.
Save. 18. Spider gets. 1 fails. It has taken damage. A little bit.
I
of
roll
damage.
this die and deal 7 necrotic damage to that spider.
All right.
The death of its brethren
Mm,
will be followed by its own.
I still
can
just
only
love
hope.
imagining this bell just kind of appearing and cracking the head. Necrotic damage, though not psychic. It's interesting. But all right, yeah, you hit the spider. All right, that's your action. Done.
And so that's there, that's there. I'd like to move here between. Oh wait, no, sorry, no. I'd like to take that back because I realized that spider is also dead. And
Staying in place.
yeah, I think I'll pass.
All right.
Don't see anywhere else I need to be. I pass.
See, I'm gonna see if Yarno has the wherewithal to do anything else. He's kind of focusing on this. Oh, did you still lose audio, Joe? See,
Oh, no,
a
I'm-
while ago.
I'm here.
Okay. All right. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Let's see. On Joe's turn, he said he got Discord audio back when he re-entered the call.
You guys can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Yarno takes a cue from while he's holding on to this spell gem. He takes a cue from the doppelganger with the wand, and he casts magic missiles at him. He uses all three right back at the doppelganger. Totals of 2, 2, and 1 plus 3, so 5 plus 3, 8 damage. Hits the doppelganger. Oops. Plus 8, not 38. That would be less. It hits it and he stands there. Just stands there kind of like in this position, like looking at this spider behind him, looking at the hearing, just holding on for your life. And we got everybody else. So Doppelganger turns to the giant snake and yelling at Nesnar, "Snap out of it! Snap out of it! This is your spell!" But then he goes and he makes the attack at
It's called a cruel irony.
the snake. Yeah, it is. And he doesn't take the... Yep, he takes out his rapier. And he rolls to attack. And he gets a 13 plus 3, so 16
That
on
hits.
the snake.
Yep.
And right here. D8 sinks into the snake, causing 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
He does not have. What is the snake at now? Because I stopped keeping track. Like of
20.
20 of 60, I think.
Yep.
All right, and it's kind of come on, snap out of it. Snap out of it. Yelling at him. And it is Nesnar's turn. He has to make an attack against a melee creature that is not Yarno. So he will attack the snake with his staff. He gets a 17,
It is.
but it's really low damage. So he's gonna thwack it on the head, or thwack it on its body somewhere. And I think he only does d6 minus 1. 0 damage.
Okay.
So
Never
just-
mind.
like a
I think that's
battling
actually
kind of way
that's a first for this campaign.
to make a hit but get 0.
Yeah.
It's because he's not really a fighter, right? But and so
Can't really do anything other than melee right now.
yeah. Yep, and so then he gets the end of his turn to attempt to wisdom save his way out of the charm. He nat 20s plus 4, breaks the ground as the control leaves his mind, and you can see Arno just can't, but spell going, and Nesnar is no longer has the madness in him. The second giant spider will see his master in danger and move to this side, climb just high enough up the pole to wrap around over the snake, and in order to protect Nesnar, make a bite attack, which is an 8 plus 5, 13.
That hits.
And then, what is it? It's a D8 for piercing, plus 3, so he gets 5 piercing damage. And then Constitution saving throw.
It's a 12.
8 and 4. So yeah. Plus, does he have a bonus? No. So he takes 12. Wait, no, wait. What's the giant spider's? It's 11. He makes it, so he takes half
Nice.
of 12. Takes 6 damage.
Can Jerk get an attack of opportunity on that spider?
He does. Jerk, roll a d20 if you'd like. As a reaction, you can take an attack of opportunity.
12
What's your modifier?
for the rapier.
Attack.
Oh.
Attack in the rapier.
Well, let me look.
It's the same for both.
That's a 6.
Yes.
Does an 18 hit a giant spider?
I'm thinking you would swing your big sword at it.
Yeah, the rapier. So it'd be
You
an
could swing
18.
it. Okay, so an 18 hits. So you do a d8 plus 4 as it's running away from you.
Nice. 11 as he gets trying to get away.
Nice. Lethal rogue hands. Oh, did I minus? No, yeah. Those lethal rogue hands go flying through, and it hit. But as it runs over the snake there. All right, and then what do I got left? One last spider in front of Taliesin? No, not in front of Taliesin anymore. Oh yeah. No,
Wait,
still-
did he? No, he didn't kill that spider.
No. Wait, which one's dead? 3 is dead. No, 1 and 4.
The spider to the right of Taliesin was on the ceiling, and now it's on the floor, and then Sparklegem ran past it, but it hasn't done much yet, because it just got down here.
So it is Tal been chasing after you this whole time. Attack with its web attack. Ooze of 16 plus 5, an ooze of webbing string goes spitting out of its mouth.
Okay. I mean, that
So it-
hits.
It hits, and you are now restrained by webbing. It's not an area of effect, so it just
Don't I-
hits on you.
Do I have to make a save or anything, or
No, the attack was the web attack.
does it
So it hit with the attack.
trigger my wild magic?
It doesn't do any damage. It is just restraining you.
Okay.
So since you haven't taken damage from it, no, it doesn't. But it's a good point. With this creature's webbing, his webbing is a little different from the from like the spell that Nesnar casts. It is a DC 12 strength check to burst it. It also can be attacked.
Okay.
So, all right, and that is their turn. Giant constrictor snake, and then P-Bear.
He's gonna attempt to grapple Black Spider.
Okay.
Uh,
D4, sorry.
It's 1d20 plus 6. Give me something good. 20, unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20 hits.
So he takes
Now
2d8.
his turn order was takes his reaction. He throws up his shield. What was the total?
20.
20. I don't know if that's going to help him. It does. Throws his AC up to 21.
Okay, so I don't actually do any damage to him.
Yeah, he's now that he's right back in his senses again. He's able to maintain control over the spell. Oh man, what does he have to do with shield though?
Wait,
Verbal, spoken. Yeah, so he just speaks the word for the shield.
wait.
You do know.
Wasn't he
Acid is
using
demonic,
that-
So he needs his hands.
Yeah, I know, guys. But
No, wasn't he using
spells
that?
require. Listen, I'll tell you. Spells that require material components, your focus can take the place of those.
Correct.
So if a spell like Disguise Self that's spoken. I don't know. I have to do another one. But
I was just wondering if it was
Identifier cost material.
right.
this doesn't.
I was just wondering if he actually was casting the spell himself, or if that gem that Sparkle Gem had taken from
Shield is
him.
casted purely by your own magic within. No materials are required, so this gem isn't required for him to cast shield.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Other spells have been limited now from him on what he has prepared today, but shield is one of those that he can do with just verbal and spoken components, and no material component.
Okay.
Should have that snake shut his fucking mouth.
I mean, I'm trying.
But that's where you need like a silence spell or something. But then if the snake is staying there, then it's Puber's turn.
Yep.
All right. I know this guy is collapsed.
Done did dead.
Done did dead, so I'm gonna try to do the same to that man over there. Try to clear a path for us. So I'll take a good old stabby stab.
All right.
Oh,
24 hits for sure.
look at that. For 8 damage. Do a thing. I wouldn't mind shield bashing him out of the way of the door at least.
All right. Did you just shield bash and move them, or just knock them?
Shield Bash can choose to move 5 feet rather than prone, if succeeds.
All right. Gonna.
Actually, you know what? I'll go with prone.
Okay.
My question then is the spider small enough to fit through the door, or are you like forcefully shoving it?
Pubert seemed to want to shove it 1 square north so we could get through the door.
So
Oh, okay.
since it's a contest, the spider rolled an 18, but it's a +1, so
You do get advantage on it
you
though,
just get-
Oh yeah.
because you're in the.
I'm sorry. I'm very tired.
But your first one does work. So you just beat him, and he is knocked. You shield bash this spider in the face as it's facing Taliesin. Doesn't see your blow coming. In addition to the damage you've done and knocking it prone. Just kind of falls on its legs and looks up.
And I'll do a heroic laugh. That
How much damage was that total on the spider?
was 8.
Oh shit! Actually, you never even shield bashed it. I mean, you could, but it's dead before that. I'm sorry. Oh wait, no, number
Nice.
3.
Oh.
Never mind. No, it's not. I'm really all over the place. I thought it was number 2. So, yeah, it's not gonna stare. It's prone. Exactly like we said. Ignore me messing up.
And
Ignore me!
ignore me.
Mhm.
And I'm going to trying to decide if I want to move, reposition.
You want to lay them hands on me, brother? Oh, wait, you can't.
If you want to join the western fight, the prone spider will have disadvantage on its attack of opportunity.
I want to clear this exit. That way people can make their exit if they need to. I'll stick here. So I will pass.
All right.
Actually, that's the end of the round, right?
It is.
I'd ask that we call it here because it's very tired.
Yeah, it's getting pretty late.
It's tired and I'm late.
It's tired and I'm late. All right. Yeah, you guys, is that good? Good place to end today.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right.
All right, I'm gonna
Woo.
kill the stream. Say goodnight.
Good
Bye.
night.
Good
night.
night, everybody.